Oh, I love that little Mickey Mouse, right?
I was
But
hoping for Mario.
oh, okay. I can see that. I can see.
I guess I missed the mark.
But hello there, everyone. Welcome. Let's see. What episode did you say this was number 4 of our random rambles, Connor?
Yep, it is number 4.
Or at least the official number 4.
Yeah, the official number 4, exactly.
But welcome everybody.
Oh.
Oh.
Hello. We're back here for more, rambling.
Yep.
Randomly
Yeah, and I know there's
rambling.
at least a couple of stuff we want to talk about, and then of course there's also the holidays and stuff, so we could probably go and ramble about a bunch of stuff. But I guess I think the first thing we wanted to talk about was probably the Game Awards, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so let's
time
go in
we were
because
predicting all like the games and stuff.
Right.
We get to see
So
if we're
how-
wrong. All right.
How accurate were we? Which we may have been on some, but probably not on a lot. So do you have?
Surprisingly.
Yeah, do you have the Game Awards up, or do you have the rewards? Awards.
I mean, I have the list.
Okay.
I just don't know, like, if it's like if the list that that I have is like in the same.
Yeah, I'll read it off then. So I guess we'll start off with the Game of the Year, right? Which I think is
Oh, okay.
yeah. Which I think was so the Game of the Year went to Astrobot, which I think kind of shocked some people as they were probably expecting either Black Myth or Elden Ring to win.
I was expecting Black Myth.
I think a lot of people really wanted Black Myth, but
I really wanted to be Black Myth, honestly.
and it's like I know a lot of people were speculating that Astrobot won because there was several Sony people on the committee, right? So
Yeah.
some people were suspecting Foul Play. I think it was just more the easiest one to go with, right? Because it's a very neutral pick.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I think there's also like I think I remember seeing the list of the jury, like the people that like get to vote. Some of them are not even from the gaming sphere, so like they're, like, from like a magazines and stuff like that. So like I feel like Astrobot would be the easiest game for them to get into. That is still kind of like big budget, because like
right, and probably something that they've even played, right?
yeah, because like. Well, I guess this is kind of spoiler, but like the Balatro wins the mobile game, so like I think they kind of like I don't know why.
Which would make sense because I bet you all the people on the committee probably didn't even or don't even play video games, right?
Yeah,
or at
and
least
I'm
played
like,
any of the other games over there. Let's see.
I'm kind of like playing a devil's advocate here, but like I feel like hey, we should pick this. Astrobot. It's not on the mobile. It's not on mobile, but like it's the easiest game for us to like get to know.
Right,
so
right.
we can like have this win, and then like on the mobile side, it's gonna be Balatro because like it's the only game that like has the highest sense of everyone playing it. Like everything else, like 3 of them is a gacha game, which obviously will not. Most of those people wouldn't be playing the game. Even like the big names on like the game reviewers and stuff probably wouldn't be playing gacha games, right? Obviously.
Right.
And the other game is what was it again? So 3 gacha games. Balatro.
Best mobile game. Oh, Pokemon TCG Pocket. Oh, and then AFK Journey. Yep. So 2 gacha games.
Yeah, but AFK Journey is also like a gacha kind of, right?
It is, yeah. No, it is.
So like of all of them, like Balatro is literally the neutral option. So I don't know.
Which this one is really bad because I think definitely Wuthering Waves should have. Well, I don't know. Wuthering Waves or Zenless should have definitely won it. TCG Pocket, they did recently just have their update earlier this week. So they've added in some new cards and stuff, but I don't know if I would say that it's best mobile game of the year. And AFK Journey is it's
I don't know what their
but
criteria of like, best game playable, because like I'm pretty sure all of them are playable.
Right.
I guess if you want to say like the easiest game to get into, maybe Balatro is. I mean, I'm not saying the game is bad. I'm
Maybe.
just saying, like, of all the games, like if you get into the tutorial and like you have to learn the game, like if you never played a game before, and you show it to someone that never played a game before, Balatro would
I
probably be
could
the easiest one
see.
for people to learn.
I could see maybe like Wuthering Waves is Endless not making it just because they are a little bit higher spec and you need a relatively new phone.
But that's dumb
So
because the jury are all like rich people. They have the best phones.
do they upgrade their phones? I don't.
I must look. If you're in the like the media entertainment like field, I'm pretty sure you should be like in the, you know, you should be keeping up usually.
I don't know. There
You
are some
you
people
have
that
like
stick
some
to
like
their old phones like it's nobody's business, but like they love their
I
old
don't know.
phones. But so I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah, it is weird that Balatro did win this. But again, I've also never really heard of this game until the award show was
Until the
announced.
actual
So
awards, yeah. But I digress. We were talking about the game of the year, right? And it's Astrobot,
right.
which is, I remember hearing a quote, a Mario-like game, technically speaking, and
Oh yeah,
it's
it's
not
pretty
a
much
wrong quote. Yeah,
it's what if Sony wanted to make a Mario game is essentially what this
Yeah.
is. Along with a bunch of like nostalgia for old Sony like IPs and everything. So
and like I mean, sure, the game is really solid, but I don't think it's like game of the year material. I don't know.
yeah,
At the same,
it's
again, I'm gonna keep branching out.
yeah. Go for it. Go for it.
But like, notice how like when the jury picks, it's Astrobot, and then like the player voice, it's actually Black Myth Wukong. So Black Myth Wukong would have won if it's more of like a gamer vote. Black Myth Wukong would have won big time. So yeah,
and honestly, player voice or player choice, whatever they called it, like that's honestly probably the best award to win, right? So the fact that Black Myth Wukong did win it is very good.
That's true.
Because honestly, this is the only one that we really had a say in, right? Because can I still see like what was our thing about again? Was it like 20 or like 10%? Yeah,
10%.
we only 10%, right? And I think this is yeah. I think that's probably why we got a lot of these crazy categories, or at least why the two categories are.
Yeah, no.
Because definitely a player
I also
choice.
didn't even vote because like it doesn't matter.
Right.
Unless it's like the player choice. Like everything else doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if everyone agrees on a single game. It's still only 10%.
So yeah, we had Game of the Year as that. Then what's the next one? Oh, Game Direction also went to Astrobot. Okay. Standing Creative Vision.
No, Game Direction, I can see it.
Yeah,
it's vision and innovation. And I'd say like Astrobot, they utilizes like the nostalgia and like with like the features that like
and the actual controller.
PlayStation exclusive. Yeah.
Yes, I'm more okay with this one for that, but
yeah, the first one is not. I completely disagree.
Ooh, best narrative metaphor. I haven't played this, but I did. It was on sale recently, and I bought it. And I wanted to finish up Final Fantasy 16, which I just did this weekend. And then, so I'll probably play it once I get back from my visiting my parents next week.
Oh my God, he's gonna go away on a vacation.
Yep.
Couldn't be me. I'm staying at home.
Yeah, but all your family's around home too, and also working. So
I wish it's not the case. Annoying sometimes.
No, yep. Yeah, so we got the best narrative here. Best art direction. Okay, awesome metaphor. I could see that right out of all these. That makes sense. Best score and music. Okay. Final Fantasy. I think that was the one we kind of went on with, right?
I think so, yeah. I heard Stellar Blade is pretty good with like music and stuff, but I don't think
I just think it's great that Stellar
compared to
Blade even made it on here at some point. So,
uh-huh.
so that's probably why I would have picked it. But
they're fighting Final Fantasy, yeah.
Let's see. Best audio design, Hellblade 2, which I think makes sense because I know Hellblade 1 was very big on the audio stuff, right? So I would be surprised if 2 wasn't.
Oh yeah. It's really immersive. So like it's less about music and like how like immersive the audio is. And like,
right.
I think for a game like Hellblade, it has to be top notch. Because it's kind of like a horror game, you know. If the audio is bad, you're not gonna feel scared.
Right. Best performance. I don't think any of us knew really who, but okay, she did win it for Hellblade 2.
I guess that makes sense.
Yep. Innovation and accessibility, Prince of Persia.
I don't know.
Which again, I don't think any of us played. Either of us really played these games outside of Diablo 4, but I did hear a lot of really good things about this Prince of Persia game, so I'm glad it got something.
Yeah. Too bad the company's not going to receive anything.
Right, because they
ended
it, right?
The developer has been the developer has been like shut down.
Yep.
I don't even know who received like the award like in the
who actually went up. It's probably somebody at Ubisoft is who it was. Like
no, it's supposed to be the developers, right? But like, the developers no longer work for them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's Ubisoft that would go and pick it up. So,
but just really dumb. Oh,
it is, but games for impact. I think this is another one that we didn't really know much about. I have heard people, at the very least, I have heard people talk about Neva. So I'm kind of glad that it won because at least it's the only one I've really heard of. And then I think we were talking about, like, we heard mixed things about Life is Strange, right? So
yeah.
Makes sense.
Life is Strange. I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard that the developer of Life is Strange like had to like lay off people. I think. Like,
yeah. I think I heard that recently. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see definitely the game has definitely fell from grace.
And then let's see. Best ongoing game, Helldivers 2. Okay.
I mean,
I know I was always going to be going for Final Fantasy, but I could see Helldivers or Fortnite. Like, have you played Helldivers?
I haven't heard from. Oh, I love. Oh, I haven't played. I played one game this morning.
Okay.
I have no idea what's happening in the updates.
Oh, right, because
it's
there's a new faction, right?
Yeah. It's still as fun as it used to be. It's just I don't know what the heck is going on this morning.
Okay. Let's see. Community support, Baldur's Gate 3. Okay.
That's fair. I will not deny that at all.
I think they've been doing a good job with keeping up with their game after winning Game of the Year last year.
Oh yeah.
Best independent game, Balatro.
Which is like fair. It's made by one person, and it's like
right.
Of all the games that is on the list, I'd say like the two games that I would like see it winning would be like either Animal Well or like Balatro.
Or Balatro, yep. Animal Well was the one I was gonna say. Like that would probably be second place there for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Best debut indie game, Balatro again. Although I have seen some gameplay of Manor Lords recently, and I'm like, I really want to play that one now because that actually looks really good.
It's right up your alley. I want to play Pacific Drive. Actually, I heard good things about it.
So that one was a racing game, from what I remember you saying, right?
No, it's not. It's not a racing. It's a driving game, but it's not racing.
Driving. Sorry, yeah, driving.
Yeah, it's post-apocalyptic like driving game. Like if you're playing like typical like Fallout or something, but it's about like but it has cars, and you're supposed to take care of the car. Like the car is like your primary means of going around.
Okay.
So yeah, I had the I bought it day one actually, just metaphor, and never played it.
And then let's see. Okay, now we're at the best mobile game again, which we were talking about. Which I still think it's.
Oh, really?
I do
Yeah,
agree. It's crazy that
it's dumb.
Balatro won.
Mhm.
Yeah, it should have been Wuthering Waves Endless, but
Yeah, I think if we're talking about like just like purely from release, like Zenless Zone wins by a long shot. Like if we're talking about playability, I'd say
it's
like
like I
Zenless
could
one,
maybe.
two.
Yeah, it's like I could see why maybe Wuthering Waves wouldn't because it did have some issues on mobile
It was
when
really
it
rough at
first.
launch.
Right, but Zenless
Yeah,
has been very good on release. It might heat your phone up a little bit, but it's been pretty
it's
fine just running that on mobile.
yeah, but it's also a different game, right? Zenless is like an arena fighter game. It's like if
No,
you're
but what does that have to do
comparing,
with it being?
well, the map is smaller.
Oh, you're saying it's just performance compared to. Oh, I wasn't even comparing it to Wuthering Waves. I was just saying like it ran well,
Yeah, no,
like just in
but
general.
like
Yeah,
no, but like I'm saying, like the reason it runs well because it's like that the game scope is different.
it's also made with a different engine too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I
Because
mean, Unreal Engine does have its like
right.
fair share of trouble.
Mm.
Almost every time like an Unreal game is released, there's always something going on.
But they still make it
I.e.,
look really
stalker.
good. Like it
Yeah,
looks just as good as any of the Unity ones.
because that's the. Oh no, it looks better. I mean, like if we're comparing engine, right? Unreal is looks way better.
Mm.
Like the special effects and everything. Like even if you're like compare, like if even if you try to compare like something like Genshin or like I don't know, like any like the recent Hoyo games, like a new area maybe that like people call like pretty and everything. Like and if you compare it to like and like Wua, which is like an Unreal game, graphically speaking, it's way better. Like the effects, the bright like the bright effects, the lighting.
Uh, I would have to see that compared because I feel like although this is art, like I feel like it's very hard to truly like compare it because they can also be very different styling,
I
right?
mean, we're not. I mean, yeah, artistically speaking, like you know, it's up to the taste. But technically speaking, like Unreal Engine is just a better engine. That's why you have to pay for Unreal, and like Unity is free. That's why when Unity like
Other
tried to
way
charge
around, isn't
people,
it?
they were no Unity. You have like I think like it's a
Unreal
I
is
think
free too
Unreal is
if you
free up to a certain
up to a
point,
certain
right?
amount. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like Unity, I think it's free for like if you're like a small team, and like if you're a big team, it's a one-time license or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
If I'm not wrong, because like Unreal is a
Because
royalty base once you
I
reach a
thought
certain amount.
right, but I thought for Unreal you did have to pay for it at some point. Like, because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't remember it being
that's the point.
free.
I think if you make more
Or
than a
not Unreal. Sorry,
hundred or
sorry.
something like that.
Unity is what I was saying. Unity you always have to pay for. I thought.
But I
Because
think it's a
I
more of
actually
a
looked.
one-time payment. I think it's not a royalty base,
Hmm.
and that's
I
why
think it
like
was a monthly base though. Was the because like I remember trying to look at engines before because I did want to try to like mess around with the coding in them, and I went with Unreal because Unreal was free for me to actually download and use. Where on Unity I had to like go and like set up an account and do their.
Really? I thought Unity like for like individuals is free. Like if you just want to try
At
it.
least not when I looked at it like several years ago, but so you know this is kind of outdated information. It could be free now. I know that Unity has definitely changed over the years with after like you said they made some of those changes that people weren't happy with. So
Yeah. I thought they made the changes because like their income is not enough because like the
yeah.
license
Oh, for sure,
has
for
like a
sure.
much more fixed like pricing compared to like Unreal, which is like if you made more than 100 or something like that, you have to pay 5% or like some like
Yeah, it's a
how
certain
many
percentage of
percentage.
revenue.
So like they're definitely making more money than like a monthly income.
Yep.
I think. Like especially if the game sells like millions, like for example, like if you have something like Wuwa, which makes like let's say like 10 million, like 5% of that is like 500K from one company. So yeah, But I think that in terms of like the engine itself, like I mean, sure, if you do the model yourself, you can make the game looks like similar in class, but like I think the engine itself is just like the Unreal looks better in general. It's much more modern and it has like way more features.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why no one ever said like Genshin looks better than Wuwa, because it isn't. Well, like they always said like Genshin runs better.
Oh yeah, well I think it's starting to show its age a little bit when you're seeing these newer games that are coming out,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because
Mm-hmm.
even like what is it?
I thought Enfield is
Ananta,
running.
Ananta,
Ananta.
yeah, like 'cause that's like the latest like one coming out, right? And that looks amazing too, and is on Unity as well. So it's like I feel like Genshin was the first, and it still looks good, but you could tell it's definitely older, right, compared to a lot of the newer games that are coming out.
Mm. Yeah,
But yeah,
I think
but
I
no,
think
I
I
see
think
what you
maybe
mean.
maybe if they work
Mm,
on it, they can probably make it like more like up to date. I just
definitely,
don't think they're
yeah.
planning to.
Oh,
Because I heard,
there's no
yeah,
need
I
for
heard
them to.
Genshin. Yeah, I heard
There's
Genshin
no
is made on
need.
like custom engine. Well, I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think the community would like reject like a better looking model.
Oh, they won't reject it, but they're not asking for it either. And if they can make the same amount of money with the same engine, why would they?
With
Right?
with less, yeah. Why
Mm.
why 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 bother? Yeah, I can see that's also why I always told my friend like you shouldn't glaze Nintendo so much.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Cause like if you keep saying like Pokemon fine it sells well, that's exactly the problem. I was like, yeah, that's why they keep making this, they keep making the game look like that. But we
Mm.
digress again. Still
Okay,
can't
so
believe Balatro wins.
yeah, I know. I think we're both a little upset with that. I think I would have been okay with any of the other. Well, maybe not so much Pokemon because I still think it's relatively new. But
Yeah, no, it's pretty new, and also
mm.
it's a trading card game.
Well, I still think that's fine, right? As long as it's good. But
No, I'm just saying like the trading card game. It's like playing. I don't think it's new per se. Just because like you're taking the cards that people have before and then just putting them on the phone now.
oh no, they're actually different. Like the way the game plays is different than the actual Pokemon TCG itself. They
Really?
simplified it for the mobile. Yeah, they simplified it,
You
made it
can
quicker, and other stuff.
you can
So
simplify it. I thought playing card games are simple enough already.
no, oh, not TCGs. TCGs are never simple. Like if you've seen like Magic and all how like the stack works, and even Yu-Gi-Oh with how like chains and stuff can go on, like
I guess
they're
I'm
actually
just
pretty
not up to
complicated.
date.
Hmm. But anyway, we've talked enough about the mobile game. Let's see VR. Oh yeah, I think there's another one that we didn't know about, but Batman One,
I mean, yeah, I
which
never
makes
heard of
sense.
the.
Hmm.
Yeah, I never heard of any news about the other games. Like I
Right,
think I
right.
saw a couple Metro like people talk about Metro, but like it's not exactly like all positive.
Hmm.
But like everyone was excited about Batman when it's like coming out. So of
Yeah,
all the
I just
VR
think
games that
VR
I've
is just not
seen,
really big enough
yeah,
to have its own category, in my opinion. But
yeah, I think so. I think
but
it's a niche hobby in general. I mean, it's not
hmm,
wrong to have it, but
it's just very
also
niche, like
it's
you
not.
said. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, best action game. Okay, Wukong at least won this one. That's good.
yeah. They also won the player voice, so like it's
Yep,
more
yep.
than one,
They got two. They got two victories, which is good.
which is fair.
Hmm. Which is better than nothing, right? Because that was my biggest fear is that they wouldn't get anything. But
Oh, I would be so mad. A game as good as Wukong,
mm.
and like they're not winning anything, I would be so mad.
So let's see.
But like honestly, like
Hmm.
other than Call of Duty, any other game in this list winning is like a W for me. I mean,
Oh, true,
Warhammer
true.
is freaking
Hmm.
sick for an action.
Yeah, I want to play Warhammer because I've heard a lot of good things and it looks very cool.
Oh
So
yeah. Did you watch the secret level?
no, I haven't seen that. So
Oof, the secret level for like Warhammer is like the continuation of the story from the game. So like it happens after the game story. It's
is it like an actual level in game or is it?
no. Secret level is like an actual animated like a mini
Oh, is
series,
that
like an
the
episode.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the story is after the game. It's so fucking cool. I was like, I want a movie out of this. Like it was only
Okay.
10 minutes. I was like,
Hmm.
I'm sold.
I think
I
I saw a
am
little bit of a
sold.
clip of that where it's like I think a guy in a suit's like destroying a tank or something.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But it's like that's all I've seen.
That's the main character. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's the main guy. He just ran through like a fucking car. It
So
was
that's
so
very
epic
cool.
though.
Hmm.
You should watch it.
Okay. I'll play the game first and then I'll go and watch it.
Oh, that's true. You gotta play it first. The game is not that long. It's like 10 hours.
Yeah.
So
So
you
see,
live.
best action adventure, Astrobot again, which I guess kind of with this list of games,
okay.
I'm okay with
Yeah,
it here.
winning
Yeah.
here, it's
Mm.
fine. I don't even know why Star Wars Outlaw is there. Who the fuck votes for that?
I guess it's an adventure game, but
But who voted for this game? Who thought that this game is gonna be here? Like of all the games here, this game doesn't deserve it.
I've heard good things about the Zelda one, but I haven't gotten to play it yet. So
Exactly. I haven't heard good things about the Star Wars game at all.
yeah. Okay. So let's see. Best RPG. Okay. Metaphor. I think that's deserved.
Yeah, considering
I
they
think-
won like the other way, the other award before, it makes sense for them to win here.
Yep. Because I think when people would think of RPG, they do think of story, even though the definition is more like character customization and everything. But I think people do think of like story and everything, and Metaphor does seem to have the best and most unique story out of all these.
I mean, I think when people talk about role playing, they're thinking about playing a role.
Yeah, going
Playing
on an
a role,
adventure, right?
playing a role means like going on an adventure, having options, like making choices. I think of all the games here, Metaphor fits that title the most.
Yep. So see, best fighting game, Tekken. Okay, I think I could agree with that.
Unsurprising,
Yeah. The one I've heard the most good things about is probably Dragon Ball, like Sparking Zero. But I'm also not really big into the fighting game scene, so.
I think it's pretty recent, and I think a lot of people kind of complains about like how some of the fights are too hard. Which I think
some people have said that, and then I've seen other people play it, and they have no problem with it. I think it's like some people just don't understand the mechanics behind it and just want to beat their face against a wall, and then
see, this is why I think that like the awards is rigged. Because like like if you see the jury that like picks the options, most of them doesn't. If most of them doesn't play games, and you ask them like, hey, what is a good fighting games? Like what is a game that you would think as a good fighting game? It's like Tekken is like probably the thing that came into their mind.
True. Right.
Like Tekken is like the mainstream. It's like the Call of Duty of like fighting games. Like everyone knows. Tekken.
Everybody has heard of Tekken. They've probably also heard of Marvel vs. Capcom. So I could see, like, I bet that was actually probably pretty
like
close,
the arcade classics though. So
right.
It's like
so they know it's like a remake,
of the old game
right?
or something. Yeah.
Oops.
But to be fair, Tekken has like what 7 other games that is like the same.
So yeah, we got that, and then best family game, Astrobot again, which I could see that. I think even we were saying that, right, when compared to all these games, because like Super Mario is one that you can play with your family, but could also like Monopoly break your family apart. So
that's true. But like for a family game, I think it makes sense for Astrobot. That's why I think like I
think like Princess Peach was a great game. I just think it's for a family, I don't think you'd be able to get young boys to play it.
Yeah, I know. I think it's a specific. It's for a specific market. It's for like more like a Barbie game, I'd say.
I really enjoyed it, and I thought it's good, and I think older people would enjoy it too. But I'm thinking of the family, I'm thinking of everybody, and it's like, it definitely.
I don't think if you
just
put
like with just like with Nikki that we'll talk about probably later today. They definitely have an audience. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, you played Nikki.
Yes,
you seem to like it so much.
I actually really like it a lot. So we're definitely talking about that later. Okay, so best sim strategy. Okay, I'm upset that Unicorn Overlord didn't win this. I think it deserves to win. Or even Man Alerts from what I've been seeing. I don't know anything about Frostpunk or...
It's just the first game is really good, so I guess the second game is more of the first game.
Okay.
So I can.
So Unicorn Overlord should have won. That's what I'm saying.
I think Unicorn Overlord is too niche.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. But
remember, half of the people that voted doesn't know games.
That's true. But it's like I'm just surprised that they have heard of Frostpunk, but maybe I'm the weird one that's never even heard of the franchise before. But
I mean, it's Overlord is a niche game. Like Unicorn Overlord is a niche game.
It is
a niche game that only exists in Switch. I think that's the problem. If it exists on PC, it would have been easier.
And also, it's made by the developer. Like the way some of their art is also it's very good, but it's also very
spicy.
Spicy, yes. Spicy is a good way to put it.
That's actually good. I kind of want to try it now.
But it's great. It's like I think I will like it at least for that. But so yeah, okay. Best sports game. A lot of these were just other sports. Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Ooh, best multiplayer game. Helldivers 2. I think they definitely deserve that. For sure. And they got
yeah.
Was it best community? What's the other one that they won or
ongoing?
Ongoing was okay. So yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Warhammer is a nice game, but I think the co-op is.
Nobody really plays it for the co-op.
Yeah, people don't play it for the co-op. Yeah, Helldiver, it's a co-op focused game, obviously.
Yeah, out of all of these, it makes the most sense. Like,
I mean, you can argue Call of Duty also fits the thing, but also people are tired of like Call of Duty, man.
I guess it's just kind of like when I think of like multiplayer, I guess I always think more of like doing like you said, co-op and everything. Whereas I feel like Call of Duty and Tekken are more versus other people rather than like playing with your friends.
But it's a multiplayer game, right?
Yeah.
So technically, it fits the genre.
Yeah.
When I think of people, when I think of like playing with other people, I know Helldiver, so obviously it comes into mind too. But like if I'm an average person, I can see people be like, playing games with like your friends and stuff. Let's play Call of Duty together.
That's
you
true.
and your
that's
team
true.
and stuff like that. But honestly, I'm happy Helldiver wins.
Same here.
All right.
Best Really, Arcane did not win best adaptation.
I won. I
Didn't
predicted this.
I thought they had. Didn't they have somebody from Riot on the? Yeah, they've got somebody from Riot on here. I'm surprised that. And Fallout, I did not hear good things about the Fallout one.
Maybe. No, Fallout. It's all of, like I think most.
Was it
most
good?
Of the comment is like positive. Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's not. A lot of people say they got the atmosphere and the vibe right.
Okay. I know these last two over here weren't good, but
I mean, Arcane has some controversy in the second season, right? So maybe there's that.
Is that just with the censorship with China, or that's the only thing I've ever heard of? Like everything else I've heard about Arcane is great, and everyone that I've seen as honestly, I've been told so many times from my friends to go and watch this, and I'm still on season 1, so over the holidays when I'm flying, that is when I'm downloading and trying to watch. That way, I can tell them that I finally seen it. But
I mean, hey, you can let us know like what you think about the game, like the movie. I mean, the series.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I was just surprised because Arcane's the one I've heard the most about, but I guess I could see Fallout maybe with the audience, or not the audience, but the
maybe Fallout is also more mainstream.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
again, so it's more it's more of a mainstream thing.
Okay. Most intense. Okay, if Grand Theft Auto didn't win this, then there was something seriously wrong.
Yeah.
Because there's no way it wasn't winning.
Yeah, every game in the list, I think it's really, really good, but like it's nothing. It pales in comparison.
Like the only other one that could maybe be okay with was Monster Hunter Wilds, but I still don't think that it pales in comparison to Grand Theft.
Yeah, no, GTA 5, like online, how many players do you think the game has?
Yeah, it's got a lot. And everybody knows about Grand Theft.
Yeah, and who doesn't know Grand Theft Auto?
Oh, content creator Queso, okay. I think that's one that everyone was thinking would win. But I haven't really heard of any of these outside of Pecora.
Pecora? It's kind of sad Pecora didn't win.
It's interesting that she's even on here, though, but I don't know what she's been up to the past year or so.
Is Pecora really that big? I think she's the biggest in Japan or something.
She's the biggest in Japan for sure, but I don't know.
I wonder why didn't they put in like the VTuber that's like biggest international, like something like someone like Iron Mouse or something, or like I don't know, like
because Iron Mouse won it last year, didn't she?
Like who's the other one again? Kai Cenat. Why is he not here? He's the biggest.
Why is Kai not here?
We're talking about the CC. The biggest one would be Kai Cenat.
Yeah.
How many fucking people came into his fucking stream?
But Kai's not really. But does he do a lot of? I know he did the Elden Ring stuff, but his content's not really around video games, is it? I think he does more like events.
Video games. He mostly plays video games.
Does he? Okay.
Like the 1,000 hour. Like he played 1,000 hour on Elden Ring.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing I've really heard of him doing with video games. But okay.
He does more, but like this is a content creator.
Yeah, it is very vague, but it is for the Game Awards, right? So maybe they were trying to pick specifically people that do video game content. But then again, it's hard to say. We have no idea.
The jury doesn't play games, so I don't know. So, so like the content creator has to play games, but the jury doesn't have to like before before they can score you.
Honestly, maybe these are just I don't know.
I
do know a lot of people were hoping that Kaiser would win, so I'm glad he won it. Oh, so is he in front of a Waffle House with that? Okay, anyway, next category. Best esports. Of course it was League. Like
I mean the most famous one, yeah.
Best Faker won. Okay.
It's probably also the oldest one, so I don't know.
Right, it is. Yeah. And Faker won, which makes sense because he's probably the only one that people have actually heard of.
Oh yeah, of everyone, Faker wins by a long shot. Also, like outstanding performance. Like everyone here is probably good. Well, some of them I've never heard. Some of the names that I've heard are like kind of new in the scene, so like they're not that old. Faker has been here since the game came out. Yeah. So
I feel like there's
sense for it to be Faker.
I honestly, outside of Team Liquid, I have not heard of any of these. Actually, maybe Gen G.
I've heard Navi, but like it's a new Navi, the picture that they use. So I never heard about like the new Navi.
Yeah, I've never. Although then again, I'm not really into. I've never seen much Counter-Strike.
Oh, I used to love.
And I only know of Billy because of it's a streaming
the website,
service. Yeah,
the platform.
But I have no idea how they actually are in games. So
you should try streaming there.
No.
Billy streamer.
Okay. Sequel. And then we got the best one is Black Myth Wukong. or player choice. Yeah.
which is
So yeah, that's everything. So I think we did a good job on some of them, but man, some of them like game of the year, best mobile game.
It's a big upset.
Yeah, very
Not
big
saying
upset.
the
In some
game
of these.
doesn't deserve it, but like, I don't know.
I don't know, it's like I know people really do like Astrobot and stuff, but it's like I don't know if it deserves to be game of the year because I don't think everyone's really played it or it had that much conversation around it. I feel like Black Myth Wukong was not only a really great game, but also like everybody was talking about it, and I feel like it brought gamers together, right? And
exactly.
So to me, it feels like that should have been the case, but oh well.
I mean, Astrobot has some like good reception, but also it's really recent. The game
that's
is
true.
like really
When did
recently like
Astrobot come out?
launch,
Hmm.
and it doesn't get as much buzz around it. So I don't know why it suddenly came out at the top.
Well, it came out in September, so it had some time, but
yeah, the game like most people doesn't know the actual game exists. Just like Velatro, which is not to say the game is bad. It's just like
it's not
it
quite
kind of
up there.
shows you that like
Hmm.
a lot of the gamers doesn't know about it, or if they know, then they weren't interested, or they don't have PS5 or something like that, because this game is like PS5 exclusive, right?
Right,
So I don't
right.
know why it suddenly wins.
Nah, apparently they had some Sony guys, so maybe. I just hope that next year.
They got 100 jury.
Yeah.
How did the few Sony guys manage to like? How much bribe did they pay for?
I just hope that next year they change how much the audience has in it.
It should
right?
be 50-50.
That's what I would say too, or at the very least, I don't know.
Like it should be something tangible.
Yes, exactly.
Actually, if anything, the jury should have less swaying power. I think the player choice should just be like deleted, and then you just have the
Give players
actual
more
game
choice.
awards. Yeah, 80% or 70% voice, like for the value of their voice.
Because really, it's all you're doing this stuff for the gamers, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like reading a game review. It's not for other game reviewer. It's for the fucking gamers. You make a review for other, like for gamers to read, like to inform them, not to like glaze other like game reviewers or other companies.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll make some changes there. Although one thing that does come with the Game Awards is all the trailers. And were there any good let's see, because I remember there was the new Elden Ring that's coming out, right?
Night Rain,
which is going to be like a Monster Hunter Elden Ring.
it's gonna be kind of. It's like it's a roguelike, so it's kind of like you know you can reset everything. It's kind of like it's kind of like Hades. So it's like Elden Ring, but like it resets every 3 days or something like that. And you gotta survive with your friends or by yourself. Apparently, you can only play with 1 player or 3 players. There is no in between. You cannot play like with, with your SO. There is no there is no date night with like Night Rain. You either play it by yourself, you either single, or you're playing with the bros. You want to play with you want to play with your girl, you better have 2. So you can play.
You better have 2 girls.
Exactly.
Or you have to bring your girlfriend in and your boyfriend along with you to.
Oh, you know what? That works. A threesome, a 3-way.
So yeah, there was that one. I know The Witcher 3 as well, or not Witcher 3, Witcher 4.
Yep.
It's coming out.
I think the trailer is what's scary. There's also some controversy on that, and like how the
with what, how like they didn't like
older,
how she looks and stuff. But I think that's just because like even if you look at the original like Witcher 3 trailer, like Geralt didn't look like he does in the game, so it's like
Exactly. I mean, yeah. But honestly, this is a game. I'm gonna wait until like the actual gameplay. This is probably still a while before they
and it's like
actually
at
show
least it
anything
makes
like
sense
non-wild.
why Ciri is the main character, right? Because I think
Oh no, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I'll wait to see what people say, and then were there any other interesting?
Yeah, people that are complaining about Ciri being like the next character is, they never read the books or never play the game,
Right.
probably. And if they do, they're not paying attention clearly. It's like the
Or they
ending of
never
the
got
game
far
is
enough in to
literally-
actually.
Yeah, exactly. Because the ending of the game, like I haven't even played that far. I'm only like 60 hours in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm pretty sure the ending is that like the like Geralt retires and then like Ciri either becomes like an empress or like goes like becomes a witcher.
Right.
So like it makes sense like if the next game is like Ciri, whether you like it or not, like Ciri being the MC, that's up to you. But like it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do it like randomly. Oh my fucking god! My phone just like talked to me.
Oh, because you're saying Ciri.
Because I said Ciri, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Mm,
Our phones are always listening,
exactly.
always watching.
That's why I keep telling my phone I want to be rich. I'm hoping they can
Just steal you $1 million.
yeah, fulfill my dream.
So yeah, there was that. Were there any other trailers that you saw, or for any new games at least? Because I know there were some for already coming up games like Monster Hunter, Honkai Star Rail, and ZZZ got some new stuff, but
from TGA, not much. I did watch like Ananta like trailer though.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember seeing that too. I just didn't remember when that came out, but but that looks very good. Everyone's is comparing it to be just the GTA,
the anime GTA, yeah.
Yep.
It's between that and NTE. I'm just looking forward to like how the two game rolls. I think they're coming like pretty close.
Oh, right. So Air brought up Arc Knight Enfield, right?
Enfield is really good.
It's looking very good. Like I saw like a video comparing the footage from like when it was first announced to the recent stuff, and it looks so much better. Like the combat, I think it's actually really cool that you see all 4 like characters on the screen, and it looks like they added in things like parry timers, and it doesn't look like you're constantly switching between the characters like you were before. It looks more like they do more combo attacks with you, which seems to be a better thing, and is not as jarring. The base still looks a little but but other than that, like everything looks really good in it. Or when I say the base, I don't like, so there's 2 parts of the base. There's the outside part that does all the farming for you, and then there's the inside part where you can kind of date the other characters or at least build your friendship up with them, and that part looks cool. But
really, so it's Nikkei?
no, I think it's just more like, so Arc Knights always had like a sort of like bond system, right? So like the more you use them and the more
but like the game is basically Nikkei now, because like you farm, like it auto farms for you on the outside, and then you
it's only going to be for some very small like leveling up materials. It's not going to be anything major, at least if it's anything like the first game. We'll have to wait and see.
Wait, so the game is still going to be like strategy?
No, it's still like it's more Genshin like. So like, or what I would say is it's more Tales of like Symphonia or something, where it's like you actually have all of your characters. So it's an action RPG where you have all your characters out at the same time instead of like quick swapping, and then they all have abilities like
Grand Brew Reeling,
maybe actually that's probably a good one.
I mean, I haven't watched it right now, but like I guess like it kind of makes sense if you say it that way. And I think the test is coming soon, right? I think next.
It is,
next year.
yeah. The beta test is coming up real soon.
the best way to see like what's going to happen in the game,
Mm-hmm.
like how the game plays and everything like that, and how the game looks. I'm looking forward to like what the game looks.
Mid-January. Okay. Yeah, I'm really interested in it. It's going to be weird because I think the game takes place. It's either really far in the future or really far in the past of the original, or at least of the Arknights that we know. So I think it's in the future. I'm not quite sure.
The game kind of looks colorful now. I thought the game was pretty like dark back then.
Oh, it is. Like Arknights has always been like that was one of the things I really. I always had mixed feelings about the Arknight story because it was always like grim and like
I don't
depressing
mind. I like
and
it.
stuff, but I'm okay with that stuff. But it's like you need to also have good moments too. But Arknights never really had those.
See,
it was always
considering how other games are always like you know, most of the games that we play, the story is never that late. So like having something that is like bleak or even like I guess it's the other way around. Like every game is like so happy-go-lucky, and this game is so bleak.
Okay, so
but I guess it kind of balances it out, right?
So I'm gonna jump into this and talk about Nikke here a little bit, because not Nikke, Nikki. I am gonna continuously make that mistake forever. I think I'm cursed for, but Infinite Nikki. So I'm gonna this is gonna be my glacier section. Because have you played it at all, Con? Or I know you were gonna try to.
I haven't.
Okay.
I opened the game. I installed the game. I got to like the point where like they get like the tutorial part, and then I stopped.
Okay. So I'll just say here, I'll start off with the story because the story is really good. Like it surprised me with how it was. It starts off kind of, okay and everything. And I do kind of like how they're also like, when the evil guy shows up, he's like, I'm evil. I've got a mustache that I'm twirling. And like, you could tell who the evil guys are. And it's really kind of funny. But then it's like, as you get further and further into it, you're like, oh my God, there's actually some really dark stuff happening here. With like, there's like kidnappings, there's racism, there's all this other stuff that's happening. I'm like, wow, this is actually like kind of dark and like crazy what they're going on with this very bubbly story. And I think it makes it really great because there's that contrast, right? Where it's like you have these moments of brevity and, excitement and stuff, but then there's also like, the dark stuff behind the scenes that I think really brings it out. And at least from what I've heard from the Nikki series, like from the other games that they've done, it's not uncommon. So I'm very excited to see where the story is going to be going with that. So I think the story is really great. I think you'll also like I think the open world and exploration stuff, the best I've seen in a gacha game so far.
Oh,
like in all
really?
honesty.
That's a bold claim right there, Mr.
Yeah, because it's like Genshin, I think we can all say is kind of, it's fun the first time you do it, but then it kind of gets boring after a while. Wuthering Waves, I think, has great exploration. Like, it's fun to explore, but the rewards for exploring aren't really fun or worth it. Right? It's just like, oh, I got a little bit of Primo Gems, or
I mean,
or
it's the
I got
same
this
as
number
Genshin,
going.
but it's just a Genshin.
Right.
It's just Genshin exploration, but like made
but
better,
actually,
right?
like,
but it's still
good.
the same. Yeah.
But like with this, it's like I feel it's a lot more fun. It's like it's really fluid with its movements. When you go around the world, I feel like the puzzles that they have in this game are a lot more like Breath of the Wild, like puzzle solving like kind of stuff. Whereas like in Wuthering Waves and Genshin, it's like very just like simple puzzle, which I don't want to say Infinity Nikki has complex puzzles, but they're more bigger in scale, if you kind of get what I'm saying, like Breath of the Wild.
It has more depth, I guess.
And it's like some of them you really do have to like think on it,
which just makes sense because that's what the game is all about. It's gotta be good.
Right.
The puzzle is not good, there's nothing else to play.
And I really like the ability outfits and stuff that they have too. Like that's also the other thing is like when you're going out and exploring, because the game is very cosmetic, they can give out a lot more rewards that are actually worth it, or at least they can feel worth it, right? Because you can go out and find new outfits and stuff, which a lot of times are just going to be for cosmetics, but it's also important to get them because they can also have different stats and stuff on them. Well, not quite different stats, but like different how should I put it? They have like they classify their gear in like a different style, right? So you have this outfit's the cool outfit, or like the sexy outfit, or the sweet, or like whatever. And so like when you go out and find these different outfits, it's pretty cool. And then they can also just have they look completely different. So, and it's just great finding them out in the wild. And so it's like I've been loving that.
Wait, you found the outfit in the wild?
Yeah, so like you'll get like chests and stuff out there. So like sometimes you'll open up a chest and they'll give you like a schematic. So like in the game you're like a stylist, or like you're able to like kind of create your own clothing pieces, and you find like patterns and plans for them out in the wild sometimes. Or you can just buy them at a shop or something too if you want, but I think all the shop stuff is actually different than what you can find in the wild. So there's honestly, if you're really big into collecting, this game is going to be for you because there's so much stuff to collect, and they do a good job of
that kind of raises some like ideas in mind, because like I like recently I haven't played that much gacha games. I've been mostly playing like Stalker actually,
right,
and it kind of reminds me the difference between like a live service like open world and then an actual like single player open world games. Like the sense of discovery in the game,
right,
because like open world games always have to like, oh, like we gotta like opening the world gives you like mostly like currencies and everything like that. So yeah, like the reward doesn't feels, the payout doesn't feels like big enough, I guess. But like compared to like if you're playing open world, like an actual single player open world game, usually like there's just something different.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's where I've been loving this game, where it's like the exploring it just feels a lot more. It feels a lot more fun. Like it does feel. I wouldn't say like. A lot of people have been saying it feels like Mario. I think it feels a lot more like Spyro the Dragon. If you've ever played that game.
I never played that game. I don't have a childhood, guys.
Okay. So Spyro is more of like, it's a platformer, but it's also very much based on like the abilities and stuff that you can get in the world. And the big thing about it is that the combat as well in Infinity Nikki is really easy. Everything just dies in one hit, or there are some enemies that take a couple hits, but nothing too complicated. But that also makes it just really fun to explore, because one of the things, especially like when you're trying to level up sometimes in like, Weathering Waves or Genshin, it's like, oh, hey, look, my adventure level just went up and now the world's stronger. And it's like, now stuff that used to die super quickly, I've now got to rework and try to re-level up again, right? So like there's kind of some, like exploring can have its ups and downs. Whereas like this, with everything just always dying super easily, it's like, it doesn't really matter. Like I don't.
Depends on like the kind of game, right? There are some single player games that are like that. Like I think I'm thinking mostly like something like JRPG, where like, oh, you grind so you can move on to the different area where you have to grind more.
Right.
But like there are games like Stalker, for example, is a game that like you can technically kill anyone with like, because like there's no levels.
Right.
It's just like how good you are with your gun, and like, well, the loot is gonna be different. Killing a bandit. Between killing a bandit and killing an actual force, like a special force, obviously like have different items, right? So different difficulty, but like it's not like a level gating thing. It's not like a grind. You're not locked behind grind or something like that. It's more like a natural progression.
But that's what I like too, where it's like, because I honestly hate world levels and stuff in games, because I feel like when you do get stronger, you should be OP. Like I like just blowing stuff up, but for some reason recently people have been or developers have been moving away from that,
which is kind of sad.
Yeah,
but anyways, also like I can see it, like natural progression is just harder for like a live service game, right?
But that's where I'm very curious to see where this one goes, because again, I've been loving that part. I think there's two other things I wanted to bring up as well,
which is.
So the first is this one might be a bit more controversial, but I actually really like the shop in Infinity Nikki, because it actually feels like, one, it's an actual shop with stuff in it that actually feels worth it to buy, because like they'll actually have like clothing, they have like better deals, like they actually have deals on stuff that's actually really good. You know, like when it comes to their battle pass too, you know, like how battle passes always have that, like there's the standard battle pass and then you can pay $10 more for an extra 10 levels or something, and it never feels like worth it.
Like the special battle, the paid and like the free battle pass.
Not the free battle pass, but more like, you know, like how it's like when you go to get the paid version, there's always two different versions, right? There's the standard version that just gives you the rewards, and then the other one gives you like plus 10 levels and some random cosmetic that you're never going to use, right? Well, Nikki has that too, but it also has like, it gives you the 15, like the same amount that you would get from buying a $15 like currency pack, but pretty much for $5 less. So it's like they actually make it worth it to want to buy the second one. And then like in this store, you can buy different outfits and different things. Like it's like the store actually exists. Whereas like in a lot of recent Hoyoverse games, the store is really only there for you to buy currency to spend on pulls, right? There's nothing else really there. So
I mean, oh yeah. I mean that's because like it's a different. See, that's the thing. That's why everyone keeps telling Genshin to like create more skins, right? Because like
yes, everyone now, wants, yeah.
The only reason is like for fucking pulls.
And
nothing else you can do in the store.
And it's like, and pulls always feels bad, right? Because it's like they're so expensive. At least they feel very expensive. Whereas like
no, they actually are expensive. Because basically like every pull costs like $2 or something.
Even
like mathematically speaking.
Oh, you mean like a single pull? Yeah. So I always think a pull is in like 10 because that's all I ever do. But yeah. But
see,
that's
how they want you to think.
Because like for me, I always equate it to like opening a pack of trading cards, right? And trading cards right now, you can get anywhere from like $4 to $5, and
it costs more to like pull your favorite character on gacha games now than it is.
Right. It's like, but this is now like 6 times as much, and then. It's digital. You're not even guaranteed to get anything good unless you do like.
I mean, you're guaranteed, right? Yeah.
A 4-star, but like
yeah, but like on the trading card game, no one's gonna come in and hey, if you buy one box, there's a guaranteed like glittered SSR card in there. No one says that on like a trading card pack, right? You just pray that it is.
Well, hang on. So no, actually, for trading card packs, there is actually each one kind of does it different, but I'll say with Pokemon, they do actually guarantee like every slot in there has a different rarity. So like Pokemon will be guaranteed. I think you get like 10 cards. The first 4 are always common. The next 3 are uncommon. Then the next 2 will be reverse holos, which are like different, like it's a different holographic pattern. But they have a chance to upgrade into higher rarities, like your art rares or your super art rares. And then your last slot is always guaranteed to be a rare, which can upgrade into like your ultra rare and your hyper rare stuff. So it's like, at least with Pokemon, they do guaranteed, like each slot is guaranteed to give you something good.
I didn't know about any of this.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I was actually really pissed off with Pokemon Pocket, whereas like they just decided to go with the gacha system and just making it all random instead of like guaranteeing some of this stuff. And it's like and then of course with TCGs,
that kind of sucks.
You can always just sell this stuff back too. Like there are some cards that like if you pull it, like you can actually pay, like if you bought like a box which has like 36 cards in it, there is like some people will do a game where it's like they'll buy a box, and if they make as much money from the cards, like from the box, they'll just buy another box, and they'll keep going until they don't make the money back, and it can go crazy sometimes. Yeah. Buying a booster box, you won't get the very rarest. Yeah, it can also very much depend too. But it's like, I just feel like the cost value is more.
I mean, I don't know. Like That's because like trading cards game has a lot of rares, right?
That's true. That's true.
On gacha games, there's only one rare character that you want in the
right.
freaking pools. So it's
But
just
it's
a
like,
matter of getting that one thing.
but it's like that's where I'm liking where it's like, at least with Nikkei, like you don't have to spend just on pools. You can buy clothing and other stuff, right? That can help you out.
I thought clothing is the equipment.
It
Like
is.
clothing is technically the character, right? So
It
technically
is.
you're
Yeah,
buying.
pretty much. Yep. So yeah, imagine. Actually, that's a good point. It's like imagine if in Genshin you could just pay for a character or something, or
Well, I
Which-
think like I think your description kind of contradicts because like
in what way?
I can
Yeah.
kind of see what you're trying to say because like well the shop kind of sells more but like also like it sells the outfit, right? But like the outfit is literally the characters basically in
Mhm.
Genshin, so technically the shop sells the same thing by your description. It's just in different form.
Well, not quite because it's like yours. Well, I
Can
think
you buy
it's a
characters?
price thing, right?
Okay, if it's a price thing, then like it's different. It's the price thing, right? I'd see
Right.
what I would like make an argument for Nikki against like games like Genshin or Wua is that like if you pay for an outfit in Nikki, you're technically paying for a skin and a character.
Right. Right. Mm.
It's a 2-in-1 basically. Instead of
Exactly.
like paying like instead of paying $100 for the character, like to pull the characters, and then like an extra $20 for the skin. You just
could just
pay. I
spend,
don't
like,
know how
the-
much it costs.
Well, that's it.
And
Like,
Nikki.
it depends on the rarity and stuff, but it could be like $10 or it could be like $30 depending on if it's a 5 or I guess they've only sold 4 stars so far, but but yeah. Anyway, so that was one thing that I actually kind of liked, and I got to be careful. My wallet's got to be careful because I might I might spend way more on it than I mean to.
spend?
But
Wow.
so there was
Of
that.
all the games, all the games sequel could spend money on, he's
It's-
spending money on Nikki.
On cosmetics. Hey, honestly, at some point, I want to try to do a fashion show against somebody just to see, like, have somebody come up with some themes and see if we can end up doing better. But
Oh, like is it like is the outfit like all in one, or is it like different like? for
it's in
example,
different
like,
pieces.
heels?
So
okay.
like, I'll talk about the gacha pool itself in a little bit, but I do want to just cover my last point real quick before I forget it, which is the last thing that I really like is actually the artifact system that they have. So, and the thing that I really like about the artifact system is that there's no randomness, or I should say there's no randomness. There's no randomness in the stats or the like other stuff with it. The only thing that they randomize with the gear is that once you fully level up your artifact, it can change colors. So like your artifact is just another piece of like cosmetic that you can attach to your character. So so the only thing is like if you want to level up duplicates just to get a different color to maybe match some different outfits, but at the end of the day from a gameplay standpoint, you really don't need to do that.
See, but
So-
that's the case. I wonder how long the game like would last, because
Oh,
like
and
there's
hello there,
nothing else
friend.
to
Thank
do
you.
after that one, right?
So
It's like
it
the
depends.
point of like how people play in Genshin and stuff is like they're coming back to like build that echo or like build that artifact out.
Well, so I think there's two things that they could do with that. One is that the artifacts do have a guaranteed like tag to them. So like some of your outfits will be like a cool, but then they'll also have like a subcategory of like intellectual or like fantasy or something, you know, to help describe it. And the artifacts do have that as well, but they're always guaranteed to be the same one, right? So it's not going to be randomized between two different pieces. So they could add in different versions of that. But in all honesty, they could just make different looking cosmetics. And I think that's all they really need to do, right? Just
That makes
add in different
sense.
cosmetics that go with different outfits and then
I think it's gonna take a lot more work than just like something like Genshin though. And
yeah,
considering
we'll
like
have to see.
it
Like
really
I'll let you I'll keep you
it really
updated on how
depends
it
on
goes.
how Nikki it really depends on how much Nikki would be making money, because like that takes more effort, that takes more straight up more money to make like 3D model of like new things
True.
compared to
So-
like Genshin where you can just insert stats
Mhm.
insert text.
Yeah, true. It's it doesn't affect anything on the character, right? No.
Yeah. So like it will really depend
Mhm.
on like how much the game is making, like because like I'm kind of scared is that like if a game is too friendly to the players, usually they're not making a lot of money.
I think Nikki will make a lot of money just because of the cosmetics. But let me talk about actually the gacha, because it is a little. I find it interesting how they did their gacha system. Because like, as we were talking about with the outfits being the characters, right? And the outfits usually have somewhere between 9 to 10 pieces on them. And every time you do a gacha pool, you're going to get, you have to try to get one of those pieces. But what they do is that you get a guaranteed 5-star piece every 20 pulls that you do. So like you're getting one a lot quicker. So I think in total, let's say if you had 10 pieces on it, that's 200 pulls if you were insanely unlucky. So they have that, and then they also
sounds like me.
Yeah. Honestly, I think for my standard pull, it took me that as well. But on the limited banner, I got really lucky on a couple of pulls and got them back to back, and then 2 in 1 as well. But the also nice thing that they have is that they always guarantee that you get a new piece of the outfit too. So you don't get any sort of duplicates or anything until you actually complete a set.
Oh.
And hello there, Daikon.
I mean,
so that's really nice. So like, and then the one thing that they do have that I should also mention is that outfits have they call it evolution, but you could sort of call it like eidolons, right, for characters in a way.
Okay.
And the only difference between the sets is just the coloring of them, right? So like they can have like the base set could be pink, but then it has an alternate color of like blue or like black or something, which honestly some of them look really good. And to unlock the different coloring for the outfits, there's so there's 3 alternate arts for them. One alternate art you get by just actually collecting another complete duplicate set. So at most you'll probably have to do 400 pulls if you're insanely unlucky, right? And then the other 2, you have to use a special item that you get from doing the pull itself. So like as you're doing pulls, they actually give you constant rewards like every 20 pulls or so. So like you'll get certain makeup for the outfit, or you'll get like a cosmetic for your cat friend, or like a title screen. And then once you get to about like, I want to say it's like 180 and then like 200-ish or so, you'll get an item that is specifically used just for the evolution. So like I think at minimum you have to do like 230 pulls or something if you want all the different versions and stuff. Right, 230. Yep.
Wait, there's 10 parts, but not all of them has eidolons?
No, so it's all considered the same thing as the outfit, right? So
so it's the set.
Yeah, it's considered as a set.
This is set. Okay.
Right, yeah.
See.
But you do have to collect a duplicate of the set and do a total of 230 pulls is the maximum. At least what they've done for the current stuff.
Okay.
But that's only for the 5 stars. I'm very interested because the next banner that's coming out, I think literally tonight for us, is actually a banner on 4-star characters. Or I guess 4-star outfits. There's not a single 5-star outfit in there. And what they're doing is that you get a new piece of 4-star gear every 5 pulls instead of 10. So I'm going to be very curious to see how they set that banner up, because have you ever heard of like a gacha game doing like a 4-star banner before?
No, but that sounds unique. That sounds like new.
Right. So yeah, big. I feel like I will be spending some money on this. I'll have to go, or I shouldn't say I will be spending. I have spent money on it actually.
Wow.
And there's more outfits coming out tonight and tomorrow. So it's like, yeah, I need to be careful. But yeah, anyway, I've been loving Nikki a lot though. So like, do you have any questions on it, or like, because I know I've been kind of just rambling for.
I mean, not in general. I mean, you explained it pretty clearly. The game seems like what about you said the story is good, right? And the exploration is good. Is there anything else left to do other than like walking around and doing the story?
Oh yes. So
Or is it just like the game is all about?
so there is like exploration in the story, and then one of the things that they actually have, like right now I'm currently stuck in the story because I have to make this like what they call like a miracle outfit. And in order to actually make that outfit, you have to do these kind of like style battles against other people. So like you have to collect different outfits, and they'll be like, hey, my style theme is like cool and something, right? So you have to collect like a cool outfit, and you can level up the outfits to like level 10 to like increase their stats and stuff. And so like once you get through and do that, you kind of unlock the materials that you need to collect and actually craft that miracle outfit. And then you can also do, like, they've taken that system and essentially turned it into the Tower of Abyss, or the Spiral Abyss, right? Like type system where it's just every single level that you can kind of go through. And I'm assuming that once I beat the base stages, there'll probably be like a later system.
Seasonal.
Right. I haven't gotten that far to say,
system.
but it's what would make sense to me. But so they have that. Of course, they're going to be having events and stuff as well. I really hope they add in like a... Have you ever heard of the game Dress to Impress?
Just to impress. No.
Okay, so it's like a Roblox game where people... Like, it's a group of like 8 or so people kind of get together in a room, and everybody like had to... It kind of rotates through the players, and they come up with like a theme. So you could say like, oh, like... The theme that I want is anime characters or like One Piece characters, you know, like something simple. And then everyone tries to create like a character with a bunch of different outfits. And then as you go and showcase the outfits, people vote on which ones they like the best and kind of, you know, go from there. And I really think that kind of a system could be really good in this game where people try to create outfits based on special themes and everything.
I mean, it's a fashion game. They even have that on Roblox, I think.
Yeah, right.
So I don't see anything else you can do with like the fashion, other than like having like a festival where like, oh yeah, we should like design it based on like these themes.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Is there like I saw in the trailer, I think like, or like a showcase or something, you can like fish and stuff. Is that
Yes?
Does that exist in the game when you play?
Yep.
Does it?
They have a special outfit just for fishing.
Okay. Does it impact, like, does it have any impact if you're fishing? Like, does it give you like, you know, a chance for like special material, or like maybe you can fish out like a unique like outfit or something like that?
I don't know if you can fish out a unique outfit, but you do need some of the fish to actually create some of the material or create some of the outfits itself.
Oh, okay.
And
so it does have, you know, it does matter.
So
it's
there is
not like, you know,
right.
There's a function to it.
Like there's some matter you can only get from fishing, and like it's really cool because all of this stuff, like, you know, there's the fishing, there's like animal grooming. What's the other? Oh, there's one more as well that's like a main kind of ability outfit, but like they give you all of that stuff for free, and then they have like alternative versions for those outfits if you want. So oh yeah. Oh, bug catching, yes, thank you. And you can also level up those kind of like stats as well. So like every time you go out and you collect something, or you bug catch, or you groom or fish, you get like a kind of like an experience points for it. And then once you get enough of them, you can like level it up so you get even more items from gathering or crafting and stuff. So it's kind of cool how they have that set up.
Interesting.
Oh, and yes, Air, I did buy the Chinese dress outfit from the shop. Along with the like gypsy looking one, which is very cool.
Sequel is a spender now, officially.
Yes. But you see, the thing was, I didn't have to spend $300 to get his character. I only had to spend like, I think it was like, I spent originally like $30 first and got a bunch of outfits because they were all like on sale for the release and everything. And then I spent another probably $20 to get the final 4-star outfit and its duplicate so I could get its color scheme. So much better than like trying to get a character in Genshin or
I
something.
mean, definitely cheaper.
Or Sorrow. Yep.
By the sound of it, definitely cheaper.
But we'll see how that goes as well, because I also had the what is it, the bonus, right? The first time bonus where it doubles everything.
Oh, that's fair. I kind of hate
So,
that.
Yeah, it's like I don't get why they don't just keep that as the standard, right?
Yeah, it's obviously a promotional thing to get people to spend the first time.
But I do wonder if like Nikkei will do any sort of like deals
Nikki.
Nikki. Thank you.
He's still doing it.
I do wonder if Nikki
eventually
will do any deals on like currency. Because that's one thing. Because I have always considered myself to be like a dolphin in video games where. Oh, sorry. We're gonna say
it really depends. Some games prefer doing bundles. Others others don't. For example, like Genshin Impact. I think actually, I think Genshin Impact is the only game that doesn't do bundles.
Oh, Genshin doesn't. Star Rail, like any of the Hoyoverse like games don't, right?
No, like Zenless does bundles, right? Like where you can buy like the currencies and like the resources. I think I don't know if it's like only like the starter bundle, but like no, that's the thing. No, but the thing is, Genshin doesn't do that. Even like
they don't. Yeah, bundle. Okay. So yeah, it's like I don't know. I feel like bundles are always really good because there are people like me who just like I would like to spend money on your game, but you just make it so expensive that it's I can't justify it. So yeah, I'm very interested to see where that goes. And then also, if you do ever end up playing it, Con, I want to hear your opinions, or at least go deeper into it. I want to hear your more opinions as well.
I'll see if I can find a time. I've been only playing one game so far.
Yeah, but outside of that, I think I played Girls Frontline 2 for a little bit. And I think that's the one that you've been more into, right, over the past couple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on that? Because I think you're definitely way further than I am.
I think it's a good game, but I think it's kind of hard. I think in a way, I did told you last time that the game feels really sequely, and it's more like because like basically like I don't understand a lot of the story because like they don't try to explain what happened in the first game.
The way that they were telling their story did remind me a lot of Arknights and how they like it's this long. Yeah, it's like you have these long periods of just text that you have to read, and then it's like
it feels very like visual novel.
Very visual novel.
I'm not saying it's wrong. A lot of like games that are like this are usually like that, like these kind of like genre game. Usually it's like that. The problem is that like they don't explain they don't try, like they're not. It's like they made the game for like people that have played the first game,
right?
And they don't care about the second, like the people that are new to the game, because like I can barely understand what happened in the story.
Do you have like an example of like when something's confusing or?
Well, they act like they act like they're familiar with all the characters, right? Like the MC is like kind of like the commander knows like almost everyone. Like, hey, we meet again, everything like that. But like as someone that never played the game before, I don't know who the fuck this guy is or like this girl is. Is
that because of it being a sequel, or because I know from at least what I played in the story, right? We're joining the character after they've been doing this job for like 3 years or something. But like I'm almost positive this game takes place more than just 3 years from the previous game.
10 years.
Yeah.
Like we've been separated from like the team for 10 years, and like around those 10 years, a lot of things have changed and stuff like that. That's basically how they try to like explain the story, right?
Okay.
But the way they act,
it is not very good. Okay.
Yeah, like it's like well, the thing is, the game is like focused on the story, and if I don't understand like
right,
if they don't try to explain the character, they just assume that we know because the character is supposed to know each other already. Like for example, I don't know how far you played with the story, but like, okay, actually, let's
Yeah,
use
I
this
just
NPC. The girl that you buy stuff from,
yeah, there's this shop girl. Yep.
Poludnista or
Mhm.
Poludnitsa or something, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
you
could not
act
figure out
like
how to pronounce her name.
yeah, Polonitsa is like you know, you act like all friendly and stuff like that, and you can kind of see like what the character, like how the character, like the personality traits of the
Mhm.
character, right? Like she's like scheming and like she's loyal, but like she's also cunning and stuff like that. But like you don't get the full picture basically because you don't know like the previous relationship between the character before.
But is that because she was in the first game, or just because they're just doing a really bad job of explaining our main
I'm
character's
assuming it's
past?
because it's in the first game. Because in the first game they already had interaction with the character, so like now it's like kind of
Did,
like, oh, if I'm
mhm.
it's like I'm making an anime season 2 basically.
Okay.
Because if you make an anime, like a season 2 of an anime,
Right,
you don't
right.
try to explain what's going on in the first one, right?
Yeah,
You just continue.
I just thought this game took place so far, like at least, like I thought it was like at least like 30 years or something.
No, it's
So
like
like
10 years after the events of
it's
the
only 10
previous
years.
game.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like I've played a bit more story, I think in the chapter 4 or 5, I think now.
Mm-hmm.
And like they met the character and like, oh, it's been 10 years. And like
Okay.
she
Okay.
went, I think I
Is our
googled the
character the
character.
same,
She went from like, yeah, like same what?
or is the character that we're playing as right now the same main character from the first game?
From what
Or
I know, yes.
okay, okay.
But yeah, I think that's the main problem. Like it's really hard to get into the story if I'm thinking of like watching like a recap for like the thing, because obviously I don't understand what the hell's going on a lot of the
Yeah.
times, because like they're referring to things, or like, oh, like how has she been, and like, oh, just like usual, like what? I don't I never met her before. Like when you say usual, what do you mean by usual? And like,
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
and you meet like these characters and they're all acting friendly, and like you're supposed to like know all the trait of like the how their personality
Mm-hmm.
is, because like in the story you're supposed to be close with everyone before, like 10 years ago, and like, but I've never met any of them. So
Yeah, so that is, yeah, I guess that always is like the downside, right? With coming up with a sequel that's so closely related to
mhm.
the predecessor.
See, I kind of wish they would like either like tell the new players, hey, like if you have
Mm.
if you never played the first game, we recommend that you like, catch up with the story first, or something like that.
Or
Or
even
like doesn't
like,
have to be like an explanation video or something like that. I don't know, like, because like
or,
then I'm coming in blind, and like I'm
mm.
basically blindsided, basically. Yeah.
Or even what they could have just done is like at the beginning of the game, just be like, have you played Girls Frontline 2 or Frontline 1? And if you hit like yes, then they'll skip all that stuff and kind of do what you're talking about, right? Where they just act like normal. But then if you hit no, then maybe they'll explain things a little bit better or go into more details. And
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe, yeah, that would be nice.
mm-hmm.
Or like even like
'Cause-
we like recommend you would like go to the YouTube or like watch some like
Mm.
Girls Frontline 1 content first to get like a better understanding, something like
Mm.
that.
Because this is kind of reminded me of like what is it, the whole like Scaramouche thing with Genshin, right? Where it's like, I never played any of the events for Scaramouche, so I had no idea who this little kid was, but the game trying
Yeah,
to make him out to be
that
this
sounds
bad
about
guy
right,
and
yeah.
everything, and then it's like, and then everyone on YouTube is like freaking out that he's in the story and everything. I'm like, who the heck is this guy? I don't know who he is, but
I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense, especially like if in the story they were talking as if they met each other before, right? That would be the worst part, because like then you'd be like, wait, no, I never met you. What the fuck you're talking about?
right.
Like it's different if you, oh, like we've met the character before and now we're meeting them again. Like it's different from like, it's different like when the fans say that, or like when the actual character said it themselves.
That's true. I guess that's a good point, right? Because yeah, like Air's bringing up, like if you never did meet him in the game, your character doesn't act like they have met him. I think it was more like for me when I was going back in and watching other YouTube content, right? And then The players were
See,
all
Rob,
excited, and then
see that's funny because like Genshin does that in the previous, like in the previous, like the I don't know if I've ever told you this, but
Mhm.
if you played a certain event before and you met Mona, because like in the story quest you're supposed to meet Mona
right.
eventually, but if
Mhm.
you've played the quest and you've met Mona before, the dialogue is different.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because I've tried it with like my different accounts. Basically, I played like one of them has played the event, and I go through the story, and I played the event and then go through the story, and the other one I tried like I withhold
Mhm.
like playing the event. I played the story first, and then I played the event.
Mm.
I tried it the other way, and like it's different.
That's
Dialogue
cool.
is
And
different, and like they could have done like if they
they
do
should have done
that.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think even in Final Fantasy 14 as well, they do something similar where it's like there's a character called like Alice
Mhm.
who's like really, she becomes like a really main character, but she doesn't join the team until like I think like the first expansion. But she does show up in like the dungeon, like the raid boss at the end of the base game. But it's a completely
Mhm.
optional thing, and so many people never did it. So like if you did do it, she'll just be like, "Oh yeah, it's you again," and you act like normal. But if you didn't do it, then there's kind of this like, "Who are you?" and like there's different
No, and then
dialogue options, and so
they do like they do like an opening and they'll be like, oh, my
mhm,
name is blah blah blah, self introduction stuff. Yeah, that's nice.
yeah. So it's weird that they didn't do that for this.
Yeah, that's what makes me sad.
Hmm.
I do
But
really like the overall gameplay though, of
hmm.
Girls from Online.
Have you? I've heard there's PvP in it, right? Have you gotten to that part or?
It's like it's kind of like Nikkei so far. Like the PvP is more like I'm attacking your base.
Oh, okay. So
It's kind
it's
of like
not really
like yeah, it's not real time. It's
Okay,
just like
okay,
me attacking your squad and then like getting an MMR. And
okay. So
like
it kind of
there's
reminds
like
me of.
yeah, they kind of like an agreement
Hmm.
with people where like they would leave their defense like with like
Oh,
one low
like
level
this.
characters
Yep.
basically. Yeah,
Hmm.
because like there's no benefit in like winning or losing. So people were
Oh.
like, hey, we should all just like band together and like help each other out and just keep
I
our team low level.
I remember people would do that in like Exos Heroes or even like Fire Emblem Heroes sometimes as well, where it's like, sometimes people would put in their best characters and everything, and then others just like, yeah, here's this like level 1 3-star character I just drew. Like, go ahead and kill them. They've got nothing.
Yeah. And like I mean if there's no downside to losing, right? Because like you're
Hmm.
not losing any like MMR from like losing the battle. So it doesn't matter. So people was like, yeah, why don't you just help other people and like,
Right,
let them
right.
win?
Yeah.
We all can win together.
And then I'm assuming you get rewards for getting like a certain rank or something, right? Or
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
you do.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, there's really no benefit in making something outside of
Yeah.
just being a dick. And some people want to do that, but
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say a dick. Maybe some people just don't read, forums because like they're doing it on
true,
Reddit,
true.
like right.
But
They're like, hey,
I feel like eventually, if you notice everyone else only putting in 1-star characters, or like the only teams you ever fought against were like those ones, like low level
Mhm.
characters, I think you would eventually get the idea of like, oh, okay, this is what I should be doing. Not
we'll have to see. It's like not everyone does that,
yeah.
unfortunately.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, I wish everyone does that because like I'm getting some easy like ranks out of them.
Hmm.
But the gameplay overall so it's really fun.
Okay.
The bonding scenes is still kind of limited because like the dorm is still like on beta or something.
Oh, really? Okay. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've seen the one with like where they're watching the scary ghost movie and stuff.
the character that character is only on China so far. It's not on like
Oh, really? It's
the
not even
global server
okay.
yet. Yeah, that's a China scene. So like it's the character is not released in global. I think it's coming next next banner.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not here yet, and like it's still really limited. Like the dorm, you cannot even like level past a certain rank. I think. Like right now, I'm like maxed out in some character, and then you cannot give them the ring like to marry.
Oh,
basically.
really? Okay. Because I saw that they give that to you super early, don't they?
No, it's not available yet. You cannot.
Oh, okay. Wait, I thought I got a ring, or was it something else? Maybe I got something else instead.
Let me see.
But that's
Let me
funny.
see if
That's
I have
funny.
them in the store. I mean, I don't know. Unless like it's something in the further down the story. Because I'm only like half the chapter right now. Chapter 4, actually.
Okay. How many chapters do they have? Is it 8 then, or 6? Okay.
Max 6. I think like another part that shows like the game is kind of like a sequel is like if you open the quest, like the event the current time limited event, it's straight up a story, and I don't know who the hell are the characters in the story. Like who the hell is everyone here? Like why are we suddenly following their story? What the hell is going on? Like I don't get it.
Okay, interesting. So it's just like a complete, like you're following completely different characters now.
Yeah, the Sojourner of the Glass Island, like it's like the characters in the story is like the characters that are in the banner right now.
Okay.
Which is like okay, like that's the only thing I know about them is they're the characters from the banner, and I have them. That's all. I'm also kind of like the gameplay is good. I kind of hate like how like everything has like an animation. For example, if you do auto battle, like they give you this animation while you have to wait for them to like calculate the scores. I feel like that's like time wasted for no reason, because like you can just like just give me the result. If you're doing auto fight, just give me the fucking result. Why do you have to like do just this like animation and stuff? Yeah. And also they limit the grind and like the money grind. Like the gold, you can only do it 2 times per day. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? You don't even get that much.
Because I feel like that's really the main thing, right? Because I don't remember them having a lot of like unique materials or stuff that you needed to level up. Or...
Yeah, no. The materials is kind of like annoying too. Like the numbers goes up like quite a bit. Like the jump, it went from like 2040 to like 2040, 80, 120, I think. Like what the amount of like item that you need, and like every time you grind you get like 5 per per battle.
Okay.
So that along with like the gold grind. The gold grind is the worst one though, because like the amount that you get is not like I'm like right now I'm level 39. Every day I get to do the gold grind 2 times, and I get like, what is this? 300, 4,000, 4,300. I'd say like I get around like more than 9,000 probably.
Okay. And is it based on like the difficulty that you do, or is it like based on your adventure level? Or... Okay.
Based on the level where you can unlock that. I'm getting like give or take 10,000 gold. And upgrading an attachment takes like 20,000.
Ooh,
so I can only upgrade an attachment like
I do hate that.
And the worst part is that like the attachment is like the relic.
That was something else I wanted.
It's random.
Sorry. You talking about this made me remember something else I really love about Infinity Nikki. And that's that it's so easy to spend your energy in it. Because you know like how like for instance in your thing, you said you can only do it twice, but I'm assuming you have to actually do it both times, right?
No, you can auto it.
Well, okay, but even then, it still has to play out both times, right?
No, well, there's an animation like it's just a loading animation, and then it finish.
Oh, so it like auto completes it for you. It's not like auto where it's like it's complete. Okay. Okay. So maybe that one's a little better. But with Nikki though, it's like you only do something once, and then you could just say like, I want to spend this much energy on it and get all the rewards from that. Like, so like I could beat it once and complete it like 10 times and get all 10 rewards and stuff instead of having to clear it like multiple different times, which I just find super nice. I wish Star Rail would do that, or some of the other games, because
like just auto complete, like completely complete, like not not auto gameplay.
But be like, hey, I've got full energy, just use this up 6 times and just give me all the like clear it once and then just give me all the rest of the rewards instead of having to always clear it.
Yeah, it's like it's like if you're playing Genshin or like WoW, you have to keep fighting back again and
Mm.
again and again.
Well, even like
Like
even with
I guess
Rua,
that's
like
the appeal of that games, right?
Mhm. But like even in those games, like just clear it once, and then once you clear it, just be like, cool. How much of your energy do you want to spend on it? Right? Do you want to just do it once, or do you want to keep going until you like, use up all your energy?
I mean, WoW kind of does that with a double energy,
It
right? 'Cause,
does.
like you
Like
take
Rua does do it a little
it
bit
helps a
better.
lot.
Yeah, but it's still you. Like, why not just go all the way? But yeah,
See,
I will admit that they do kind of.
yeah, it's way better than like crafting resins every time.
Yeah, no, definitely. Which man, oh, that's remind me. I always hated doing that, getting those butterflies. But yeah, so sorry. I think I kind of distracted there for a little bit with what you were talking about with Girls Frontline.
I mean, I think that's a good point. I think that's what I kind of like too. They do that on Snowbreak where you can just like finish it. Oh, how many times do you want to finish it?
Yeah, it's so nice, right? Like,
Yeah, that saves a lot of time. I mean, Wuthering Wave, no, Kuro game does that too on their other games like PGR, where you only need to fight it one. Like everything
oh
that's
really?
grinding, you can only need to fight it once, and then you can just like auto complete everything.
Oh, that's really nice. Like, why didn't they add that to Wuthering Waves?
Well, because it's a different genre, right? The game, yeah, PGR is more like Honkai Impact.
Oh, but I could see,
the
but it's
typical
still
arena. See
but even
like,
still, it's like I don't know. I feel like you could like the part of spending energy is the same, right? Even though the combat and stuff might be a little bit different, it's still. I think that stuff's still the same. I don't think it's different enough to justify. I guess
I think it's just a different genre because like PGR is more similar to something like if there's anything that I would complain about, it would be Zenless. You should be able to like just finish it. Why do like Zenless is like the one
no, I would
game
agree.
that I would complain about instead.
Well,
like
why would you complain about that though and not Wuthering Waves? Like, because to me, I see it as the same thing, right? Like, so, like, say for instance, you go when you do your like the uncap material stuff, right? In Wuthering Waves, like you're going into a separate instance, right? And at that point, it's the exact same thing that Zenless Zone Zero is doing, or PGR.
It's just jarring, right? Like for example, like Genshin and Wuthering Wave, it's a lot of like exploration. You are actually playing the game. You're opening the world and everything. So like farming inside the battle, like the battle, is kind of like part of the experience. But for
but you only need to do it once, though. You don't need to.
But like something like
do it.
something like Zenless or like Honkai Impact or like PGR, a lot of the game time you spend is like on the menu because like you gotta like, oh, you're gonna farm for the material, you go to the resources, and then you pick the material that you want, and then you pick the stage that you want, and then you pick how many times you want to do it, and then you just press start.
I guess I'm just not seeing much of a difference there in it. Like, cause to me, it feels very similar. Like, cause in Wuthering Waves, you do the same thing, right? Like you're on your character screen, you'd be like, oh, I need this material. Be like, okay, where do I get this material? You click the button and it takes you to that dungeon. You teleport to it, then you select your thing. Like, it's still the same amount of menu time, in my opinion, and it's still the same.
It's still
thing.
more. No, it's more time because like the games that I complained about earlier, they're all based on like the menus. Because like, have you ever played like PGR or like Honkai Impact?
I haven't played those games. I've Zenless Zone Zero would be the only one.
So first of all, if you play PGR, the whole main you're just in the main menu most of the time. It's a menu-based game. So like you go from a menu to another menu to another menu. So like it's kind of the same as like in Zenless. If people complain about the TV, because like it's TV, one battle, TV. That's the bad part.
So like I see that part there, but I don't get how collecting the rewards is different between the games, right? So like you're still doing even though you're
collecting
in menus,
like if you want to collect it, like if you want to battle it one time for that day, and then like you can complete it immediately, like in Wuthering Wave or like Genshin, it's fine. I think that's
Okay.
a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
system. But I can see like I can see why like people I can see why people like would hate it more, like if that feature doesn't exist in like a game like Zenless. Because like
Oh,
there's
so
already so
you're
much
trying to
menu,
argue
and then
more
you
that
have to
it's
keep repeating the menu. Yeah,
So you're
you
saying
need it
that
more on like that kind of games.
okay, so you're saying that it's not that you don't want it in those games. You're just saying that it needs to be in other games more. Is your that's what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I think I misunderstood where you were going with that.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying that you didn't want it.
I think like it's more urgent on like a game like Zenless, because Zenless doesn't fucking have it, and I hate
right.
like going back to the menu.
I could agree with that. Like some of the like grinding for the artifacts and stuff is a pain. And then they also have the thing where it's Zenless Zone will also like fast forward the time, and then they're like, oh, you at end of the day you need to rest or something. It's like, God damn it, I still need to eat up a bunch of energy before. So no, I could agree. But I feel like Zenless, so recently I think Zenless's patch just came out today.
With they removed the TV is optional, right? I think that kind of I think that would kind of help with the pacing, because like
actually no, the TVs aren't optional. I think they've replaced the TVs with a
it's optional now. I think I think there's a toggle if you want to still play the TV.
Well, no. So I think they got rid of the TV and they turned it into like a Fall Guys thing, like with EOS exploration.
Yeah, I thought that's like optional.
Maybe
like the feature
I don't
only
know. I haven't
exists
gotten it.
if it's like the I don't know if it's the story, or if it's like this I forgot the story, or like the side content. I forgot. But like I think you can still toggle back to the TV if you want to.
Okay. I'm not sure. I'll have to go in there and see it, but yeah, I don't. A lot of people were complaining about the TV stuff. I never thought it was too bad, but I am also weird and love grid-based stuff, and I've played a lot of games like Fire Emblem, so I don't know. To me, it never messed me up too much, but I could see where it could mess other people up, like, and like how you were saying, I think before in the past, how you were just expecting it to be more combat, right, and not as much in between time.
Oh, never mind. It's actually removed. But it's too much downtime, I think.
Right. I could see that argument, like especially since ZZZ's combat feels like it should be something like more action based and more back to back, right? But yeah, it's like the reason why I bring that up though is because I feel like this patch is like they're wrapping up a bunch of stuff, and I feel like the next patch, or maybe the patch after that, will be like their big like massive update, like 2.0 version, which I feel like we're getting a lot of that lately, right? With Wuthering Waves just next month, and then what was the other one that I think was coming out? Was it what I know Wuthering Waves.
Wuthering Waves. What coming next year?
Yeah, was there Wuthering Waves? I guess maybe it was ZZZ was also getting their update, and then I feel like there was a lot of stuff getting updates. We got like Ananta and everything.
Honkai Star Rail 3.0.
Oh, Star Rail. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of. Because that should be coming out, I think January, right? Probably.
Yeah, Genshin 5.3, Honkai Star Rail 3.0, and Wuwa 2.0. I think it's all coming on January.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I think Wuwa comes first though. Wuwa comes at like exactly 1
right,
January.
Right. Which that'll be a lot of fun. Like, and I think you were saying earlier that it was right. Yeah, have you seen the new characters from ZZZ? The singer that's like coming out and everything.
Astra Yao, I think. And
yeah,
like her bodyguard, like Evelyn or something.
Yeah, the bodyguard. Yeah. Dude,
I mean, they're hot.
They're hot. Yeah, I know. That's what I was. They look so good. I feel like these gacha games are coming out. Oh, that actually makes me really laugh because, sorry, a little bit of a sidetrack here, but you want to know the biggest thing that people were complaining about in DCZ with this latest patch? Or do you want to guess what?
Like What patch?
So this
Like
latest,
the coming one?
I don't. So it
Is
just
it
came
gonna
out
be
today.
Yao immediately?
It's already out right
Oh,
now
wait.
for ZZZ.
Miyabi? You mean Miyabi?
Yes, yes.
I'm pretty
with
sure the one
Miyabi.
that comes
Mhm.
today is Miyabi, right?
Yes, yes.
I have yet to open the game though.
But do you want to know what people were complaining about the most with it?
What?
So before in ZZZ, they had some nice physics in the, pretty much some good ass physics, right? With the jiggle and everything. But now
wait,
when
they censored the game.
yes,
I
so
remember
when you go down to try to look at the character now, it fades out and you can't see it anymore. And people were complaining so much about that. I don't know if they're gonna like redo it and stuff, but I thought that was hilarious. That was the biggest thing that people were complaining about.
Oh yeah, no, I don't blame them. It's always a sad day when your precious, anime waifu's ass is no longer visible.
Well, it's like they put so much animation into it, right? It's like you gotta.
Yeah, then why you gotta throw it away?
Oh, okay. So they did revert it. Okay, I heard that they reverted it, but I was getting mixed signals on that. But oh, that's right. I do think that's in Nier. She does 2B scold you, and I think if you go too far underneath, doesn't 2B like kick your camera or something? Like she kicks the camera away and then
yeah. See, that's immersive, and they still let you see it for a moment, and then she kicked it off.
Right.
So that's fun. Like this one is just straight up like censor, because like oh you're gonna try to peeking, like we're gonna turn her into like invisible. Fuck you.
But that's funny. Okay, so apparently they reverted it and gave us some extra Primo Gems as an apology. That's good.
Thank
that's
God.
good.
Thank God.
But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. And then the new characters do look really good. The other one kind of reminded me of the one that was coming out in Weather and Waves. Zan or whatever her name was.
Zani?
Yeah, Zani.
The girl with the horn? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the blonde one and the girl with the horn, yeah.
The blonde one would be Phoebe. Phobia or Phoebe?
Oh no, from ZZZ, the
oh wait, Evelyn,
yeah.
Astra Yao is the black haired girl, right? And then Evelyn is the blonde haired one, basically the Kafka / Yelan of ZZZ.
Yelan. Does she look like Yelan? Why?
Yeah, like because the weapon is string.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize the string.
And she wears the jacket like the way.
Yeah, I can see. I definitely see Kafka.
Yeah, no, and Kafka is like also similar to Yelan, because like the way she put the jackets around her instead of wearing it, and then the weapon is a string, and like they're all ara. Like that's exactly why people are like, yeah, in Genshin you got Yelan, and then in Honkai Star Rail you got Kafka. But I mean, I don't play Zenless enough to know what the hell is going on in Zenless though. I'm probably gonna pull for Miyabi maybe.
She
does look really cool, like the combat.
It's like I would like to get her, but it's like at the same time, it's like I've gotten so many characters, and they just don't give you enough resources to level them all up and use them. And it's like there's so many characters I want to go and level up and use, but I just don't have to.
I cannot level up any of them anyway.
So like that's the one thing I wish they would change, because I feel like when it comes to gacha games, they should make it super easy to level up and just use a character, and then it's only the fine tuning that should take a while. So like if you want to get like more crit or something onto a character, but no work, no food, no breaks. Yeah. If you just do it all the time. Although I will say, so this was something that it's like I noticed with Nikki, where it's like with how easy it was to spend energy, I'm actually using the extra consumables, because like all the games always give you like your energy pots or something, right, to use at any time.
Yeah.
But it's like I always end up stockpiling them so much on like Star Rail. I think I've got at least like 50 plus. ZZ I probably in like a similar thing. It's like I never use them because it takes so long just to eat through all the extra energy that it feels more like a hassle. But that's why games should make it easier to use up energy. So because I'm complaining about not having the resources, it's like, well, if I probably spent all of the extra energy I have, maybe I would. But it's just such a pain to use it all up that I never do. So I wonder if it's just a fault on the design there rather than them
No,
not
I
giving
think it's
you enough
intended to be
resources.
that way.
Yeah.
Because like I said, way back when we were like discussing about like gacha games, like first time, our first discussion, like where we like have some debates and stuff.
Right.
It's mostly because they also need the player retention. They also need people to come back to the game and play a certain amount of time. So they don't just want to like.
I don't.
Like
But
they not only need your money, they also need you to play a game a certain amount, so they can show the game hours.
But with
to, like the investor.
But with like how good, like the models and the stuff are now, and that we're going into a lot more 3D things. Don't you think like if you make a good game and something that doesn't burn people out, even if you let them stop playing the game for a bit, if you release like a hype trailer, people will come back to the game, right? And then they won't feel. But it's like I feel like they're just too scared. Yeah.
Not all of them wants to do that, and also investor don't care. Investor doesn't care about that.
That's the other thing, right? When you're trying to get your money and stuff, which is.
That's why they have to do some things like this.
Yeah, because I know there was like a topic recently, right, about like, oh, why don't gacha games have more cutscenes or something, right? And it's even though like when you compare it to like other franchises and stuff, where it's like anime pumps out stuff all the time, but and it's just like I think it's just because there's so much bureaucracy and red tape that comes with these games that it can be hard to not only get the funding for it, but also just finalize on scripts and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think Wuthering Wave does do it a bit better.
Oh yeah. I think they're one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of the best one in terms of like
their story is crap, but their cutscenes and everything else in it and how they tell it is good.
I think their story is getting better, but I think they're swinging the other side too much. They're trying to they're appreciating people's time, but they're appreciating it too much. Like with like when I complain about the black shorts being too short, people are asking about it like in the interview, and they were like, oh yeah, because we don't want people to like get too bored and like don't want to get like they don't want to like overstay their welcome, kind of like in a way. And I'm like, but that sounds like they're not confident in their like storytelling, even though their story, like the story they're telling like recently has been getting better.
Well, it also seems like maybe they're also just trying to, maybe they're not trying to, I know this might sound weird, but maybe they're not trying to compete to be that gacha game that you're playing all the time, right? Maybe they're okay with being
no. They clearly going that way because like they're letting people like play faster, like get everything done faster, and then like signing off.
That's good because they kind of
but the problem is
like,
in the storytelling, right?
Oh,
the storytelling becomes too short because they're trying to compress everything.
Gotcha. And so they don't have enough time to flesh things out, is what you're.
Yeah. I think they're swinging the other way too hard with that.
Gotcha.
But that's just me.
Yeah, I felt like overall I really did like the Black Shore story, but they definitely could have spent a little bit more time on some areas, like explaining what the disaster that we were trying to stop actually was.
Yeah, they can use more interaction, and they can also explain a bit more. Like it doesn't have to be that long. Like an extra hour would go a long way.
I just thought it was just hilarious that they added in Portal in the middle of that story, but
it's kind of fun though.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun.
It's unique. Yeah, and also like the Portal works really good because like it's pretty much instantaneous, right? So yeah, they're doing it like they're copying, and they're doing it well. Like they're not doing it like a cheap copy.
Yeah, and I need to finish this. I need to go back and try to finish up that new story that they added in with the train and the Dream World stuff. like the cutscene that they had in there was very cool, where you're like jumping between these different. Or wait, no, that wasn't that part. That was part of the Black Shore, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Where you're like jumping through all
scene
these like different
is part of the
scenes.
story.
Yeah. That was very cool. Like there were some very cool moments in that story. So yeah, I have faith. Hopefully their 2.0 stuff will be very good.
I'm not holding my breaths. I mean, it looks good, but like I'm not holding my breaths. It's still a gacha game.
I do think at some point though, for Wuthering Waves, they will have to go back and fix the earlier chapters and stuff.
But they did. They did already. They re-recorded some of the conversation. They deleted some of the stuff that is like they fixed the typos and everything.
But have they like fixed the structure of it or like?
No, they mostly just like polish like the stuff that is like super scuff. So like the storytelling is still the same, but like for example, like there's broken like voice acting in some part of like the story. They fixed that. Okay. And there's also like some voice acting that's straight up missing. They added that, and then typos in the dialogues. Like
but you're still doing all the exact same stuff, right? And the stories are
the same stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
To be fair, it's not as bad.
Okay. I'll take your word on it, because it's like I'm still remembering when I first went through it, but
it's the worst part of the game, but it's not that bad. It's not like unplayable or like unwatchable.
That's good then. So, because I really do think that like how it'll go for Wuthering Waves is that like I'm hoping 2.0 is really good. It won't attract people, but it'll build up everyone's like kind of hype and respect for the game. And then the next patch, like the 3.0 patch, that's when people will start to really come back into it and enjoy it. So long as 2.0 is very good.
Well, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Well,
the characters look cool, and the zone looks pretty interesting. So, but like you said, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, because the showcase is gonna tell us a lot, right? That's why, which is why I'm kind of sad that we're doing it like right before the showcase.
Right, because you said
they're like announcing it like this. I think it's happening this Saturday, or Sunday.
Saturday, and that's when I'm like traveling to go see my family. So it's like
no, it's even if you're here, it's 5 a.m.
Oh, that's right. They do it at a very odd.
Well, it's a good time for Asia. It's like 7 p.m. in Asia, so like everyone is chilling, and then we're just like, oh.
Yeah, so that's gonna be me driving to the airport then, because I've got an early morning flight. I'm just hoping that the roads won't be snowy over here, because I don't know if I told this once, but like one time when I went to the airport, like it had just been like fresh snowed and everything, and my car actually like spun out on the way over there. Because of the black ice and everything, so. But it hasn't been too snowy over here so far, so. Keep my fingers crossed.
Hopefully you'll survive.
Otherwise, you have to carry this show by yourself.
Oh no, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be fun rambling by myself.
It will be, what is that, like the crazy? I was crazy once.
They locked me in the room.
Yeah.
Rubber rats. Oh boy. Reliving the memes.
I don't even know where that one got started. I always heard it from our friend Edo, but I don't know where he heard it from. If it was just some random like meme or from YouTube or something.
I think it's a TikTok meme.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think. I mean,
that would make sense because I'm not on TikTok at all, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I'm glad I didn't understand it. I'm glad I'm still sane.
I don't know, I've been trying to watch a little bit more shorts, but I don't let the algorithm do it. It's like I only go off of the ones that like are from people that I actually like watch and stuff. And it's like they can be fun, but it's interesting to see what people sometimes do.
Is it though? Is it really fun?
It depends. Like if the creator makes the short specifically for the short, yes. If they're just doing it as like a clip of something, then it's like, it can be okay. But again, I'm not randomly just being like YouTube shorts and then have it randomly pick something for me and then I'm swiping left or right.
You're actually watching, finding what you want to watch. Okay, that's much more, reasonable. But okay, so are you planning to play like Grand Theft Auto Online again? Like, are you planning to continue playing, or are you like abandoning the game?
I don't know, because it's like I feel like I did stop before I really got to give it a good try, but at the same time, it's like I don't know when I'm finding the time. Is with so many other games going on and stuff.
It is very story heavy, but like once you get through the story, like the grind is not that like it's pretty quick.
Okay.
Like right now I'm grinding basically Wuwa and like this game and Nikkei. I think Nikkei takes the most time actually between like all of the games,
which is different from Nikki, which is what I'm playing.
Yeah, because like and Nikkei is one of those games that like if you want to finish. Like Nikkei is doing like exactly what we were talking about earlier. So like if every day when you want to do certain some specific activities requires you to play the game like the stage once, and then you can auto complete the rest.
Okay.
But the problem is some of the things that they like it's basically the boss fights that usually you have to do that. And well, it can get annoying. Because like some of the bosses are just ass if you play on like the phone.
Oh, okay.
So I had to play with I had to wait until I get home. I couldn't grind it like from the I couldn't grind from like the workplace because I gotta wait until I get home. And I'm like, man, I wanted to actually like spend like playing actual games at home and instead of like
so you have to do your
like
gotcha
grinding
stuff.
my shit. Yeah.
Are there any besides Stalkers, are there any other games that you're currently playing or?
Actually, no. I've been playing Stalker all week long. Every time I come home after I finish every account, but like Wuwa surprisingly is really quick. It is pretty quick.
I
think like I played like 4 accounts in Wuwa.
Okay, so I'm not that.
See, like I'm playing 4 accounts and Girls Frontline in the phone at work. It takes less than half an hour to finish all the dailies.
Okay.
All 4, like all 5 of them. So like all of them like takes like 5 minutes each, I think. Like give or take, it depends. Sometimes like the internet connection is bad, so like it takes time to like load into, or like when you're fighting enemies, sometimes the enemy like kind of like lags because like the ping is so high. But in general, it's like really quick. So like in terms of like saving my time, like the games that I played, like these games have been really a time saver, most of them.
Okay. Because
what about you?
Because I just finished up what is it, Final Fantasy 16 finally. Which I really enjoyed that game. I do think that it has some issues. Like I think the biggest one that I had was how it handled like side quests and everything, because I feel like they always popped up side quests at the worst time. Where it's like, yeah, let's go and try to finish off this final boss or like this main mission, and it's like, but here's 5 side quests that you have to go and do, and it's like they always have this FOMO because it's like it's Tony Clive's story throughout his life, right? So like there are time skips and you can just completely miss stuff. And story wise, the side quests are good. I just felt like it's like when it gives them to you, it can be very rough and not like the best, like well paced, like and timed out.
So you don't have to play the side story, right?
You don't have to, but I'm very much a lore guy, so it's like I like to do it. And well, I say you don't have to, but you do actually if you want to do the DLC, There's like you have to do at least a couple of side quests before you can get there. And I will say the DLC was kind of like it wasn't the greatest, but
Do you like the overall game so far?
I did really like the game though. Like I think it was very fun, and it has some really epic moments in there. Like even in the beginning, so it's like, and I like the world itself. Like I think they did a good job of building it up, so that's why it's like I wanted to do the side quests to know more about the world and everything, and kind of complete some of the story arcs that had been going on. I just think like when they timed it out was the bad part. And the combat was very good too. They didn't have
combat is like the high part of it. They hired like specifically they hired someone that worked on like
the Devil May Cry guy.
Yeah, like the combat better be good.
It was really good, and then I think the only downside is like gear was really boring, and like you wouldn't get anything from like exploration on a map. Even though the maps were relatively small, it's like you never got anything. You only ever got like crafting mats or like potions. And then like you'd have to use those crafting mats to get gear, but it's like I don't know. It was that was one aspect. Like character customization wasn't the greatest, but
I see.
But outside of that, it was very good. I did enjoy it. I do highly recommend people at least try it. And I think overall, yeah, it took me doing all the DLC about 68 hours. But I think if you had skipped all the side quests and stuff, it would probably only be like a 40-hour game, maybe. Actually, I wonder how long to beat. Let me see. How long did they say it would take? Yeah, people are saying if you just do the main story, it's about like 38, 40 hours. Main plus side is, around 60 hours. So if you add in like this, the DLC for me, then that makes sense. So yeah, but I think it's good. And I think you said you played it before, right?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the combats. The story is also like decent. I think I really like the icon fights.
Yes, the fights were so good.
I had it on PS5. I didn't play PS5 all that much, so I ended up not playing it again.
Gotcha. I think I saw you bought it on Steam, didn't you?
Oh, did I? Did I bought it on Steam?
Yeah, at least Steam's saying that you added to your library, so...
No, I added to my wish list.
Oh, it says... Okay, maybe it's a bug. Because it's saying library for me.
oh, wait, I did buy the game. Actually, never mind, I bought the game. I didn't even remember buying the game. When did I buy the game again? Wait, what?
December 4th. Maybe there was a sale earlier this month?
Oh, autumn sale. Okay, autumn sale. I bought it during autumn sale. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That's funny though that you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, I don't even remember buying because I usually buy the game in bulk, so sometimes I don't remember buying games.
It's like I'm always so torn. It's like, man, should I buy this game now when it's on sale for really cheap, but I don't have the time to play it, or should I wait to buy it when I can actually play it, but then it costs more?
I'm the other way around. I just buy it when I can, cause I can like when it was the same mindset that I have before I moved to my country, is that like it was cheaper back then. There is no telling like when is the next sale, or if the game gets like erased from the Steam library. At least if you bought the game, usually you're still allowed to like play the game, so they still keep it in the server. You can download and play it, but you just cannot buy it anymore.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I read like, especially if I have the money. Obviously, if I don't have the money, I'm not gonna like force the issue.
Right. But it makes sense if you do and stuff. Like that's why it's like I bought Metaphor, right? And then even though I'm waiting to play that till later, but
when are you planning to play?
Once I get back from my...
Oh, you're planning to play on stream?
I won't stream it. I think I'll keep that one as a personal game and do it off stream. because I feel like with a game like that too, I'm gonna want to play it whenever I want.
It's so
right?
story heavy. Yeah, I don't know if I can play. If I'll survive playing it on stream. Between reading that and reading chat. Oof.
It's like I do like story-based games, but they need to be a little bit shorter.
I like game stories that are long.
No, I mean if I want to do them on stream. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you don't like playing them. I'm like, what?
No, I do love playing them. It just if you do it on stream, then it's like that's the only thing you're doing for stream for the next 6 months. At least for me, who only streams like a couple hours, like 3 times a week.
Is that why you hate Elden Ring? Because like
Elden Ring took a lot. I was looking at my Steam just had their like Steam review or like
the
year in
Steam
review
replay and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm looking. It's like you played Elden Ring for a very long time throughout this year, and I'm like, yeah, I did.
Yes, I did.
But it was a good. I did enjoy it. It just took a very long time.
DLC to play.
I do.
Yep. I promise sequel. We'll play the DLC next year.
Okay.
I
thought it was interesting how they also tracked how many games I played with a controller.
Really? They do? I think the biggest game I had on this year is the Elden Ring, obviously, because the DLC came out. And then
I had hang on, let me see. What were some of mine? Like it was like Elden Ring, Power World, Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, those were the 3 big ones that it had up here. Apparently Elden Ring took up the most.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
obviously
21% of the
time
time.
you stream. I mean, there's just no way around it, right?
But then Power World was like second at 15%. Final Fantasy 14. I feel like every year there's always one game that's like at the very end of the year, I just end up playing it nonstop. Yeah, it definitely was a lot of streams. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3 is on here too. Yep, that makes sense with all the streams I've been doing with. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink made it on there.
Oh yeah, Relink made it to my list too. My top 3 is like Elden Ring, Relink, and actually Tower Fantasy. I was grinding the game before. But yeah, I was surprised Tower Fantasy made it instead of like. Well, I guess my hours between like Tower Fantasy and like Stalker 3 and Stalker 2 is barely any different. So like I think Tower Fantasy is like 104 hours. My Stalker time right now, let me see, it's like 95. The game has been released for like what, less than a month. So yeah, I've been playing that game a lot, almost every day. Every time I have the energy to play, I just play. Like sometimes I was thinking of streaming, and then I was like, you know what? I want to play Stalker today. Fuck streaming.
But nice. I'm glad you're liking the game a lot.
Oh yeah, it's not it's not polished. It's rough around the edges, but I love it. But it was still playable enough for me.
Good.
Hey, I should get sequel to play it one of these days. Maybe he'll like it.
Let
we
me
need
see.
more Stalker here.
Yeah. I have heard a lot of good stuff about it. Mainly from you, but I think from other people as well.
I mean, don't buy it now. It's still pretty buggy now.
I'll wait,
so if you get the first impression now, yeah, no, it's gonna be rough. Because like even my computer struggles to run the game. My computer is like the top of what you can get, and like it still struggles.
Actually, so did you have any problems running Infinity Nikki? Because even my PC will.
I turn on everything. I turn everything on like ray tracing and everything, max settings. Yesterday, it was fine. It was smooth. Like
yeah, I mean mine still runs, but I hear the fans like revving like crazy.
I mean, my PC never had that problem. To be fair.
Which was good because yesterday
I lowered the power.
Because like yesterday I actually cleaned out or like dusted my PC out which I meant to do a while ago, and then I also cleaned all my keyboards and stuff, and it's like, man, there's some dust behind there. Luckily, the PC itself wasn't too dusty, which I was glad about, but yeah, it's always, I feel like it's always very interesting going in there and trying to clean that stuff up that you never, because like I clean the other areas around, but you never go behind your PC all that much. Or at least I never do. Which makes me super nervous. Have you ever cleaned behind your TV?
No. I mean, to be fair, my TV is pretty new, right? It's less than a
Oh,
year.
right.
There isn't much dust here. There.
But it's like, for me, it's like my TV's been here ever since I've been in this apartment, pretty much, and I'm like, I have not gone behind there. I guarantee you there's going to be so much dust and other stuff. I'm like, oh god. But I should probably just go behind there and clean it up at some point. That's going to be scary. I also don't know how I'm going to move it, because the TV, I've got like a 65-inch TV, and I don't know if I can carry that by myself. It was a miracle I even got it onto the stand by myself. I don't know how I did it, but taking it off and then I might have to ask somebody to come over and help me.
Is it really that dangerous? I mean, but you said your TV wasn't wasn't wall mounted, right? So I don't understand why you couldn't just like.
I could try to scoot it across a bit. Yeah. I could try to scoot it across.
I don't know how big your TV is.
It's like a 65-inch.
Yeah, I lifted my TV like 65-inch like by myself and just like put it there. I mean, it's hard, but like
you're probably stronger than me too. I'm just skin and bones.
What do you mean? You've met me. I'm skin and bones. You saw like my body. Like I'm like skinny as hell. Like skinny fat, I guess. Like I play games too much.
Yeah. I think we're both probably the same, maybe in that. I'm just a little bit taller, right?
If anything, you're slightly, yeah. If anything, you have more mass than me because you're taller.
It's funny. My family will always say the only reason I weigh as much as I do is because of my bone mass, not because of any.
Wow, rude.
Yeah, I mean, there's some benefits to being super skinny.
Is there though?
Can't think of any, but you know, we'll What do you prefer?
I mean, yeah, preferred, but I wouldn't say benefits. I mean, I wish I have a bit more mass. I wish I have a bit more muscles, not fat, more muscles.
I just want to start, like, at the start of the new year. One of the things I want to do for my New Year's resolution is like actually start like at least doing some cardio again, because I really like running, and I used to do running all the time, but I've gotten very lazy lately.
I see. You used to run away from your problem all the time.
No. I could just tell I'm so out of shape. I want to at least fix that. I don't want to like gain muscle, but I want to at least be in shape. Because I'll be honest, or sometimes I go to take a shower sometimes, and it's like, man, I haven't moved around at all today, and I'm just getting exhausted. I'm like, I'm so out of shape right now. So yeah.
I mean, hey, you know, maybe like you since like you have like a time off, you can use the vacation time to like, you know, move around a bit. Try to like rebuild that muscle mass. Maybe.
I will say the only annoying thing though is that it is going to be cold up here, and I hate running on treadmills.
It's more motivation to move around.
But it's like I hate running on a treadmill, and it's like I don't want to run in the super cold, but we'll see.
Why you don't like treadmill? What's wrong with treadmill?
It just doesn't feel natural for some reason to me. Like, I don't know. It just feels very off. It's hard to describe, but it's like I feel like I can run better at my own pace, and then that's true. Maybe I should get a instructor or somebody at the gym to help push me through it.
Yeah, usually I heard trainer helps. That's what I heard. I never had a trainer. I don't like going to the gym. If I like, see, I want to work out, but every time I come home from work, I'm like, maybe not. I'm so tired already.
But maybe you're tired because you haven't been working out, so you don't have the energy to.
What do you mean? My work is like physical. Like I'm tired as it is.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really want too much muscle, but I just want to be in shape is the only thing.
Nah, you need more muscles, man, because you're taller than me.
Nah. But then I can't cosplay as like Kafka or anything anymore, so.
You can cosplay as like that girl from the fire. Oh, I forgot what's the name of the anime. But like she basically like the Fire Force or something like the.
Oh yeah, the one with the abs. Yeah. That is gonna take a lot of work to get.
New era of sequel. Buff lady. You sure you don't want that?
But I feel so. The problem though is if I gain muscle, it'll be muscle as a guy, not as a girl. So like the definition, the body shape would be completely different. But
it's fine. It's fine.
But definitely in shape is the one thing I do want to do. Muscle Maybe I'll be like that one anime. What is it? The one with the song, right? Where it's like that guy rips his shirt off every time. And deals with the arm muscle. Hang on.
What? Onegai muscle?
Yeah. Onegai. Yeah.
Like that anime.
Because that.
I heard that.
That would be crazy if I could do that. Like just flex and then instantly rip the shirt off, and I'm like 10 times the body mass. And
if you can actually do that, that'd be funny. I'd be really surprised.
Feel like a waste of clothing though. Like be like the real-time Hulk and everything. Oh, yeah. So I think we've kind of been going on for a while. Is there anything else that you wanted to cover before we ended off for today?
Due to the unfortunate timing, I don't know how what else we can discuss. Like, I mean, we can make some prediction on like what the coming update is like. I mean, because like they had some leaks on like Rinasita, and they have some leaks on the Honkai Star Rail, right? Like Amphorius, like the maps, the screenshots, and everything.
Well, I haven't seen anything on Amphorius, but I have seen stuff for at least the new characters, because they're on like the beta rooms. Like the Amphorius has like this like swimming pool, like a pool. Oh yes. I did see something about people saying something about Farina, right? Possibly being in Star Rail or a character very much like Farina. Well, no, it's not about the character. So like in the pool, like there's this like pool of body of water you can walk through, and like if you attack inside the water, like the water has like special effects, like it kind of ripples. Oh really? Okay, that looks real. Which is like Honkai Star Rail doing that. That's kind of insane. But I think there's also a character that is like from the Honkai Impact. I think the short hair, like pink haired one. Yeah. What is it like? Is it Elysium or I forget what it. Elysia or something? Yeah, like Elysia. Yeah. There's that too. So like, and Rinasita, I think like you can fly, but apparently it's region lock. I'm like, no, it better not be region lock. Star Rail, interesting. No, not Star Rail, like Rinasita. Oh, okay. Whether I think I've seen that. Yeah, there's like some sort of gliding mechanic in there. It's not even gliding. I think it's an actual flying. Oh, is it? Okay. Because like people shown like they straight up like from the ground, just like kind of like boosting up and then starts flying. Okay. It like I thought it looked at least from the stuff I saw, it looked very similar to like Guild Wars 2 like flight stuff where it's like you have to go down and build up momentum and they go up and stuff. But
maybe
that'll be
it's that kind
interesting.
of flying, but I mean, it's still an actual flying over
Yeah,
like
it
something
still
like
is.
gliding, right?
Right.
And but I don't know. Like, there's not much to go around other than the leaks, because like the showcase is all next week when we're all like much more like busy
Yep.
and has stuff to do now.
But at least it'll be good stuff for next time, because next time we'll try to be more. Maybe next year we'll try to be more consistent and everything, right? With doing this.
That's true. We do have to figure that out, like an actual schedule, maybe a more proper schedule.
Yes.
But yeah, I think today is gonna be a bit dry because there's not much. Like, it's the timing.
You say a bit dry, and we've already been going on for like 2.5 hours. So
I mean, I mean, usually it's 3 hours, right? So like right now we're running out of gas in around 2.5. I'd say it's drier than the previous ones.
yeah, it's also the holidays too, right? So our brains are. At least my brain is stuck. I still gotta do.
Mode.
I still gotta do Christmas shopping tomorrow and Friday before I go on break. So that'll be fun. Because
you guys do Christmas like shopping. Oh my god.
Yeah, so I've got to we do Christmas shopping. My dad, like I guess it's just because like my dad always loves giving out presents and stuff for everyone. Like that's kind of like how he likes to show his like affection to for family and friends and stuff. And like so like we used to always kind of give out gifts and stuff too, put them under the tree and everything. It's very nice. But I've got a lot of siblings. I've got like I've got 2 brothers and 1 sister.
That's a lot. God damn.
And now I've also got to get something for my brother-in-law from my sister's side. Get something for my grandma, parents. Like, there's like at least 8 people I've got to buy stuff for.
That sounds like a lot of money to spend. That you could have spent on Infinity Nikki.
Yep. And then I did send some stuff out to some friends like Caro and everything for some gifts. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
How nice.
So yeah,
and I haven't
Christmas is
expensive.
In a while. Yeah.
Couldn't be me. Christmas is cheap for me because I stay at home and meet no one.
Do you have
really
like
depends on how you spend your time on it. See, Christmas for me makes me more money because I'm actually working on a Christmas day.
Do you get paid extra for working on like a holiday?
Oh yeah, you get like 1.5 time.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want one's work on like the day of it. I got no incentive for it. What the hell?
I know too. Like some people also like to celebrate more on Christmas Eve than Christmas Day. Like my family's always been a Christmas Day type of family, but I think my sister was mentioning that her, what do you call it? Her husband's family or the family-in-law, like they do more Christmas Eve instead, which is interesting.
Oh, that is interesting.
But I could kind of see that, right? Because you could do like a big dinner, and then like as soon as midnight strikes, you can open up presents and stuff, and it's staying up pretty late. I don't know if I could do that, but because you know me, I'm kind of out by 10. But
I know he's such a weak person. I don't know why he sleeps at like 10.
It's just what I'm used to. Well, I also wake up at 6, right? So I feel like that's a good 8 hours, right?
I mean, I sleep at like 5 and then work at like what? I sleep at like 5 and then work out at 9, 9 or 10.
You only get 4? Ooh.
4 or 5 hours on average, yeah.
Although, how good of a sleeper are you? Are you like a heavy sleeper or a light sleeper? Like, do you feel like you get?
It's not really fixed. I'm in general. I'm like heavy. Like I can sleep through like my alarm, while my parents on the other side of the room can hear it.
Okay.
But sometimes there are times where I can be like light it really depends on like the situation. For example, if my parents are not with me,
Hmm.
not at home, and like they're traveling or something, and I have stuff to do, usually I'm more of like I sleep lighter.
Gotcha. Because like I'm always, it feels like a very light sleeper, and then like I feel like I'm always waking up every couple hours anyway, or like you said, like when it gets like I hate it when I wake up like an hour or like less before I'm supposed to actually wake up,
Oh
because then it's like
yeah.
I can't fall back to sleep again.
God damn it, why? I feel that. I totally feel that.
Hmm.
That's why I'm like, that's why I'm happy. I'm a really heavy sleeper, and I really like sleep easily too. Not as
That's
well
good. It usually takes.
nowadays, not as like as easy.
Hmm.
Because like I used to be able to sleep anywhere, and now I'm more picky, I guess. Comes with
Okay.
age.
Yeah, I'd say like that's the thing where it's like even though I get into bed by 10 or like even a little bit later, like it does take me probably a good like at least 30 minutes to an hour to actually fall asleep. Just takes time for my brain to unwind. Although maybe, hey, maybe if I decide to start exercising again, maybe that'll help me be tired and actually go to sleep.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you're more tired, you're more
Mhm.
likely to sleep, like, easier.
Right, right.
But we'll have to
And
see. We'll have to see the
Mhm.
how sequel actually gonna be able to sleep now.
Apparently, also
I,
turkey's supposed to help with going to sleep, right? Because I think it has like a special chemical in it.
it does.
Yeah, yeah. Hang on. What is the
See, you should
turkey?
quit your job now and work with me. It's a physical work, and it helps. Helps makes you more tired. You can
Hmm.
sleep easier after that. Trust me,
Yeah.
it's really
Tet-
hectic here.
so tetrafen is the chemical there that helps you fall asleep. That's in turkey.
Tetraphanes.
Or I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but yeah. So yeah, there's
Tryptophan.
tryptophan. Yeah, there it is.
Hmm. Is it really only on like specifically on
I know turkey has it. I don't know if there's anything else
turkey?
that has it. Yeah.
But tryptophan is like from nuts and seeds, apparently.
Ah, okay, okay.
So if I just ate a lot of nuts, I'll be fine. I don't know. I sleep fast enough. I don't think I need any help in
Hmm.
that space.
Yeah, just another thing to try to think about, and then
We'll have to see.
it's
Because like I still want to have like one of these. They want to have like a 24-hour Elden Ring run with like sequel or
a
like something
24.
similar.
That'll be like you.
That'll
Do
be
you want me to
fun.
sleep on stream, or is it
No, we just play 24 hours straight.
just 24 hours? I don't.
Yeah,
Man,
that's how I do like 24-hour stream usually. I just go through 24 hours.
man. What's the latest I've ever stayed up? I felt like the latest I've ever stayed up is a little bit over 24 hours, because like it would have been like in high school. So like for my senior year, like since I was in like Florida and stuff, they took us for our senior night to Universal Studios. And so like we were there like after hours and everything, and got pretty much the whole amusement park to ourselves and some of the other kids in high school that were on their senior night. And essentially I didn't get home from that until like I must have been like 4 or something in the morning. And my brain was just like, you know what? I'm not going to go to sleep, because if I go to sleep, I'm still going to wake up at 6, and going to sleep with 2 hours is going to be worse than just staying awake with no hours. So I stayed awake,
Really?
but yeah. That's what my brain was thinking at the time. So like I just like, you know what? I'm just going to stay up. I'm going to play Persona 4, because that's game I just gotten it for my birthday and everything, and I was enjoying that. And then I think I ended up passing out somewhere between like, it must have been like 12 to 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Like I just literally passed out. I didn't even realize I fell asleep. And then I woke up and it was already like dark outside. And I thought I had like just completely lost a whole day or something, but So I guess I would have been
But you
like what,
didn't.
maybe because I probably would have woken up at about like 6 that day, so maybe 30 hours.
Damn, that's kind of crazy. Cause like for me, I would mostly be scared of like not waking up in time.
In time for what?
In,
Like,
well, if I have to go somewhere, is what I'm saying.
oh, I didn't have anywhere to go after that, so.
Yeah, that's usually what I'm scared of. It's not that I'm tired. I'm scared of like like the sleep will always help. It's just the question is that will I be able to wake up and do things after or not? That's why I usually just stay up like all together. Sometimes when I go to work and stuff.
Hmm.
And that's why I always sound tired. But oh
Yeah.
man, we're not gonna see each other until like until like how many weeks now?
At least a couple, because like I said, I'll be gone for next week, and then I want to do like a New Year's stream on Wednesday, but then that might be the only stream I do for the rest of that week, just to kind of enjoy the rest of the holiday.
That's like the end of the year, right? Wednesday is like the end of the year.
Wednesday will be the first. Yeah, it'll be like the actual start of the new year.
Wait, the first?
Hmm.
Really? Wait.
Not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after.
Wait. No, yeah, you're right. I forgot. Yeah, that's because that's when I'm off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird how they have how everything laid out this year.
I mean, I'm having a good time because like it's perfect. I'm off in the first of the year, and then my actual day off is like second and third.
Oh, nice.
So perfect. I get to
So you have a nice 5-day weekend. Yeah.
No, 3 days because I work in the weekend. Remember?
Oh, you were okay. Never mind.
No, my weekend is like the 2 and 3rd of January. So it's a 3-day. It's not. It's
nice.
You know, as extra fake, but like I'm hoping to like go breeze through January, as I said before, because I wanna take a nice long vacation in February.
Oh, nice.
February cannot come like fast enough.
Are you planning on going anywhere, or just like you want to play some games that are coming out that?
Probably games. I don't see myself having enough money to like travel anywhere.
Is February Monster Hunter? Is that when the new?
Okay. End of February, I think 27, 28 February.
Ah, okay.
I think.
So it's not the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, that's around the time I was planning to like take, I think around like mid-February to like mid-March, I think.
Okay. So take like a whole month off.
Monster Hunter. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. We'll have to see how many days off I have left. I have to do the math and everything, and then I have to request it. We'll see. Maybe you should take a day off there too, and then we can do the 24 hours. Wing, nudge.
I'll think about it. I know I'll have to see what my vacation days are gonna be like too.
Sequel playing Elden Ring DLC from start to finish in one day.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. That would be.
No, it can happen. The story, the DLC story, if you just go through the story, it's really fucking short. It's really fucking short.
It's not the story I'm worried about. It's the battles is what I'm worried.
I mean, I can help, right? I can come in. Like it's the bosses in the DLC. I mean, you can definitely if you want to try solo, you can definitely try solo. But like, if you're struggling on the bosses of the first,
they're
game,
very tough from what I've heard.
Yeah, if you're struggling on the bosses of the first game, the second game is gonna be a nightmare. Because the bosses from the DLC are like designed with millennia in mind. You haven't even fought millennia in the first game.
No, I haven't
like
yet.
in the base game. Yeah, and then all the bosses in the DLC are designed with her in mind, because like Miyazaki wanted the game to be more challenging. So like everyone has like massive combos and like massive. Like I'm talking like 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits, 7 hits.
Jeez.
And like you die in like sometimes in 1 hit, sometimes in 2. Like some random invasion NPC can like straight up like one shot you. And then there's also a horror part of the map, I think.
Yeah, I
That map
heard
is
there's
really
something
fun,
that
though.
you have to like collect and kind of power yourself up again, right?
Yeah, you gotta like it. Yeah, you gotta you gotta power yourself up, but like the power up comes in the like percentage bonus, so it still depends on like your base stats.
Okay, okay.
It kind of like I think it increases the defense and like increase damage dealt and like increase damage receive, I think. But so like the level is not as important, but it's still important if you want to get the stats that you need, right? Like
Okay.
if your weapon is crap before, then like you still need to get like the weapons
Right,
to
right,
like up
right.
to max stats.
Hmm. Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
but like the boss that you need to beat like for the story, I think there's like three, and then the final boss, so four. If you want to just finish
Okay.
the story, like if you
That's not too bad
if
then.
you're not exploring, yeah, if you're not exploring, there's like 10 new boss, like unique boss, like actual like name boss. There's 10 of them, and you only need to beat 3 of them because the fourth one is like the last boss.
Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
not too hard. I'm sure I'm sure sequel can do it in 24
I don't know if
hours, right?
I don't think I could do it in 24 hours, but it could be shorter than at least the base game.
I mean, you can call
Hopefully.
me in front of the boss area. We can see how it goes. I
just have
kind
Yuko.
of want to see like sequel fight like the lion dancer.
Ooh, okay, that already sounds very challenging, but
A lot of people complaining about that part. I don't think the boss is super hard compared to like some of the other bosses. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what sequel, what's sequel take on it.
just respec into the invincible armor guy and just
Sure, even with the invisible armor, it's still hard. Because some of the attacks are like elemental, so like you cannot like
okay, so you can't block everything.
You can resist physicals, but you cannot resist element. Like you cannot resist physical and elemental.
But I've got a shield.
That's the thing. The shield doesn't cover everything. The shield it only excels in certain parts of the damage, right? Physical damage, fire, or like lightning, or holy.
I do like
unless
it
you're like my level.
I do like it in some games where they're like sometimes like paladins or somebody can get a shield that like blocks magical damage, which is
I mean,
cool,
yeah,
but...
you have them. Yeah, you have them. It's just the enemy is just not attacking with magic.
Right.
Like
I see what you're saying.
The lion dancer has multiple elements, so you just straight up cannot.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to see if you're actually gonna try fighting it solo. I kind of want to see how it goes in the New Year's, guys. We should cheer for a sequel here. Especially since like you haven't played the game in a while, I'm sure it's gonna be really fun.
It's gonna be rough. I might want to re-go through the base game real quick solo and then do that one.
Yeah, I mean it's rough for you, but it's fun for the viewers.
True.
More content, guys.
But I mean, they want to see me have a good time, right? Not.
Maybe if you wanna go through the base game first before you go to the DLC, let's have sequel go to Millennia first. Beat Millennia.
I should do that. Yeah, I feel like I should try to do that on stream at some point.
And maybe some of the secret bosses, like the Dragon Lord. Like there are some bosses that are like so obscure.
Actually, you mentioned I've seen people face off against a dragon, like a guy that's riding a dragon and everything. And I don't think I ever fought that guy, didn't I?
There's no character riding a dragon. There's a Dragon Lord though. Dragon Lord is like in obscure places. No, the dragon
right.
The guy riding the dragon is on the Night Rain. It's coming up. It's from Dark Souls.
No, because from Dark Souls. Okay, maybe.
Like a guy riding a dragon. We don't have that kind of enemy.
Okay. Maybe it was Dark Souls or something.
But the Dragon Lord is like an actual dragon. It's just like he's bigger than everyone else.
Okay.
And like it's kind of like it's like watching like Blue Eyes White Dragon basically. But yeah, getting to that boss is super obscure, and every time you die, you have to walk back there.
Oh, that's
The longest part is walking back to his area. Is what I would say. The boss is not that hard, at least for me.
that's gonna be annoying.
But like Millennia walk back is so easy, but the boss is so fucking hard.
Hard. Yep. I've heard a lot of people talk about her, so.
I mean, of all the bosses, she's probably one of the hardest. Probably. Like imagine like the first boss that you fought, like Market, like the guy that you fought in the bridge.
Yep.
But she moves faster. Her hitbox is smaller, and she has like this one move that like hits you like that insta kills you.
Oh boy.
And she can lifesteal. Every time she hits you, she heals.
Oh, that okay.
So you cannot even play block. You gotta like actually dodge, because if you block her, she heals.
She just heals. Yeah. All right. Well, that'll be. I might have to mentally prepare myself before going into all this, but
it's okay.
we'll do it at some point in the new year.
No, by the time it's next year, you're gonna forget everything that I've said, and you're gonna go in like with a good mental mindset. I believe.
Or you know what? We could play anime Dark Souls with Code Vein, and
I never finished Code Vein, so I kind of want to know the story first, probably.
Yeah, we could go through it together. I heard the character creator is really great in that. So.
Yeah, I played it. I played it a couple hours before. I think like I played like 6, maybe 10 hours, maybe. Like I'm super early on. I already forgot which part of the story I get. I think somewhat remember, but I don't remember what the story is about. So I definitely have to like replay from the beginning if I want to play back, like go back to the game. But I think if you're struggling in Elden Ring, I think Code Vein is gonna be harder, just because like it's much more like stiff. It's more similar to Dark Souls than it is to Elden Ring.
Okay.
But we'll see. Maybe we'll figure something out. We got a whole
year
ahead of us. Yep.
It's a whole new
so
world.
Much games to play. we still got Monster Hunter Wilds too. We got
yes.
Definitely like one of these days we're gonna do a hunt on stream.
No, yeah, we will. You could probably join me, Himuro, and White as well, as we. Because I know that's how we used to
be at the same time.
Oh, we could. Oh, right, that's true. Because you usually
that's the problem. You usually play with them on the weekends. I don't play no games on weekends.
Yeah, because me, and White were able to do Grand Blue, but
Reeling, yeah, Reeling was really fun. I still haven't fought the last boss.
I haven't done that stuff either. I need to go back and try to. Because you guys did kind of carry me through some of that.
Yeah, gotta beat them once at least. But yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah. So I think that's it for this year. And then we'll come back in sometime in the next year, and then hopefully we'll be more consistent then.
Sometime next year, like 31 December 2025.
I think we'll be earlier than that. I think we'll probably try to aim maybe for somewhere in the middle of January.
Or be earlier, 30 December instead of 31.
We'll figure it out. So thank you again, everybody, for stopping by today. Anything you want to shout out real quick before we go, Con, or you good to go?
Shout out to Sequel for accompanying me, talking with me, rambling late at night, all dark.
Same for you, man.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, I hope everyone ends up having a great holiday season as well, and a good New Year too.
I hope everyone has a nice family dinner at like Christmas, gift exchange and like a happy, New Year celebration and everything. And
stay warm. If it's cold where you are, stay warm.
I mean, I heard it's pretty cold even in Florida, so I'm sure it's cold everywhere.
Is it? Let me see. My parents haven't complained. Actually, you might be right, because my parents haven't complained to me about the weather. So
Yeah, a friend of mine went to Florida last week. I think she said it's in the 60s, 70s there. So even like it's not snowing, but
Hmm.
it's getting colder even there.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, if you live anywhere where there's like four seasons, I hope I hope you stay warm. If you live
Hmm.
anywhere in like a two seasons area, I hope you stay cold because like I'm pretty sure it's
I'll be,
damn hot there.
I'll be sure to bring some cold weather down with me when I go to see my parents, and then
Share with them the
right,
snow.
right.
I brought you a gift of snow.
It was snow when I brought it, but now. But yeah. Anyway, thank you
Mhm.
everybody again, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.